What's goody? What's goody, people? What's going on? It is Tuesday, June the 20th, and we are the two Aries. We are back again for another show where we highlight what we thought about this week. But before we get into that, um, what up to the YWG, your weekend gardener, who's in here with me tonight.
What's going on, folks? What's up?
But yeah, man, go ahead and kick it out with the current events, man. I'm going to pull what we talked about earlier, but I'll let you kick that off.
Okay, all right. I was just give some folks a shout out. But yeah, man, current event, man. Actually, I'm gonna make this two part. The first part gonna be short. Okay, yesterday, Monday was Juneteenth, and my question to all those who keep voting Democrat: what'd you get? I'll wait. You got Juneteenth. You got oh well, we got something. We got Juneteenth. Nah, everyone got Juneteenth. Okay. Now speaking of Juneteenth, on the flip side, there was a lot of issues with a lot of gun violence all over the country.
Yeah.
Dudes acting crazy.
12 people died,
Mm-hmm.
and over 100 people got injured, and 15 separate shootings across the nation. Shootings happened all across the nation. And I mean, some of the shootings were actually at Juneteenth events. Matter of fact, most of the shootings were at Juneteenth events, and there were some other. There was a couple that were at people's house parties and things of the nature, which they were celebrating Juneteenth. So, a weekend is supposed to be about celebration of and the emancipation of people in slavery turned into, basically black people killing black people.
Dude, it's the craziest thing, man. I mean, I know a lot of crime is proximity, so you tend to commit crime against those in your proximity. But it's getting ridiculous because what I was saying earlier was this: these dudes got all this smoke for people that look just like them. And like we said a couple of shows, or I said a couple of shows back, you can have one of these dudes choke out a black man on a train, and not one folk did nothing. Nothing. And it's like, where's all that gangster at when it comes to when they harm us? It's almost like, oh well, I'm not going to do anything about it because I'm scared of them. But when we see each other, it's just like it's on. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand that level of hate that some of us have for another person who looks like them. So I can't really.
And look, I don't want no one to get me wrong. I'm not saying go out and harm folks who don't look like you, but we're so quick to harm ourselves before we can see the wrong that they do in our neighborhood to us, and we'll sit back and look at all scared like little deer. But then you got all this bravery to pull a gun out on somebody who don't have a gun.
I mean,
These sissies afraid to fight.
yeah, that's a totally another that's a whole another subject, but it's just really a shame that like we said, man. I mean, I went to a couple of Juneteenth celebrations this weekend here in Cincinnati, Kentucky area, and we didn't have those issues, man. It was all love, man. I mean, one of the places I went, man, it was like 3,000 people doing the electric slide, man.
I saw that.
People weren't arguing, and then if people were arguing, people were coming in and breaking it up. Like, man, this is not where. Hey, what's going on, Bud Fouls? How you doing tonight?
What's going on, bud?
and it was people weren't gonna let anything like that go down. So
You know, okay, you and I grew up pretty much in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, and 90s, of course. So we've been out, like really hung out.
yeah,
I'm gonna speak for me because I don't know your past too much. I've never been to a place in my teens or as a young adult in my 20s or even 30s that I felt as though I needed a gun. I said, you know what? Are we going to the park? Let me go get a gun. That's never crossed my mind.
no, and no, it's never crossed my mind neither. Hey Tracy, how you doing?
Dr. T, I mean
Doctor
Dr.
T.
Robinson.
Oh,
Yes,
Doctor Robinson.
shout out.
I drank the pine. I've drank one of the pineapple detox, and I drank the beet juice today. Oh, they were both so delicious. I didn't. I haven't. I mean, I didn't really eat the. I ate a salad, and I drank my purple deep. I drank the beet with my salad when I ate my salad, and it was. Yeah, I haven't ate anything else. I don't think I'm gonna eat anything else the rest of the night. But it was. The juices are refreshing, and anyone that is into juicing and drinking natural juices, you need to go check out Dr. Robinson at essencesofwellness.com. Essencesofwellness.com. So, yeah, Dr. Robinson, it's almost time for you to come back on the show.
Close,
It's almost time for you to come back on the show
close.
because I gotta tell you, I have not been. I've been drinking one juice a day, and I haven't been flim. But I have cut out bread and bread and dairy, cheese. I haven't been eating any cheese. I haven't been bread, and my mucus level has gone to almost zero. I don't have any phlegm. So I know that's a contribution to the conversation that we had when you're on here, as well as the juices that I've been drinking. So I really appreciate, your
Hey,
weekend gardener bringing you on and introducing me to you and what you do in terms of juicing. And yeah, I can say that it's been great for me. Oh, and I will tonight at midnight, I will be paying that invoice. Yeah. I had I had it, but man, when I saw them shipping costs, man, it was a holiday weekend. It would have put me on it. He put me on E. Would have put me on E. Yeah, shout out Dr. Robinson. But hello to everybody that's just coming in. We were just here sitting here talking about Dr. Tracy Robinson and my shipment of juices. I received them.
what flavors did you get? You remember?
I got all the flavors.
Okay, the six pack.
I got I got a 10 pack.
Ooh, nice.
Well, really I got a 10 pack. But the juices are delicious. The two that I've drank so far are delicious. I think I'm gonna drink one of the Black Opal tomorrow.
Ooh.
I'm gonna drink one of the Black Opal tomorrow. But that's what I've been drinking those instead of drinking. Well, I did drink some ginger ale today, as you can see. But I've been drinking those in lieu. I'm drinking some water, but really I've just right now I'm eating all vegetables and fruit, and the occasional couple of nut butter cookies.
Those things are evil.
Yeah, so that's really what. And I've seen a change in my energy level. I don't feel as weighed down. So yeah, that was one of the things that I wanted to achieve by not eating any meats and eating anything like that right now. So it's working out. But tonight's discussion is about discrimination.
Hey,
Queen
Queen.
Kima. Hey Kima, how you doing? Saw your video this weekend of the concert you went to. It looked like it was nice. That was a nice Juneteenth celebration that you were at. Hopefully there wasn't any violence like there was across the rest of the country. But discrimination. And what made me come up with this topic is I had something happen this weekend, and maybe it was that one place was going, one place was one area, and the next place was another area. But I bought some pizza on on Saturday, and the pizza, the slices I ate were so good that I went to that same establishment the next day. But I live in a certain area, and I went around the corner to the one that was by my house. Well, I ordered the same thing. I got a half and half. I got half cheese, and I got some pepperoni on the other half. Man, I had more pepperonis on that one slice of pizza that I had on Saturday than I had on the whole half of that pizza. Man, I was truly disappointed. And one thing that it's like is does your area dictate that you're going to get discriminated against? Maybe it was, the area that I got the pizza from the previous day was a more urban area, and then where I got my pizza the next day was less urban. And I would say that there was probably only one. I was the only person who looked like me in that pizza place. And my first thought was I was gonna take this pizza back and get my money back, but I just took it on the chin. And then when I talked to you about it today, you was like, "Man, I'd have took that pizza back, man. Fuck that, fuck." And we got to talking about do we fight every battle or do we pick and choose? And when we got on picking and choosing and fighting every battle, that went to a whole nother discussion in terms of discrimination and things like that. So, and I asked you, do we pick and choose the battles of discrimination that we fight, or do we fight every time something happens to us? Do we speak up on it and fight that battle, or do we? Because some people say you kind of petty if you do, but I don't really look at it as petty because if somebody slighting me, that's petty. So
Let me ask you a question. The ones who say that it's petty, which one?
I mean, black people.
Okay.
Oh man, that's petty, man. You should have just man.
And to me, those are the ones who gave up.
You think they gave up?
Well, one thing about us as a people, we're very forgiving. Very forgiving. And it's been taught to us as we were young going to church. You know, Jesus forgave, so you should forgive. And it was ingrained in us to forgive people. And I think some people stick with it, and that's just how they are. That's cool if that's where you want to be. But I'm no one's doormat, and
Right.
I can't be a doormat. Some people like that, you
But
know.
me, I'll just not spend my money at that place again. And
Yeah,
I may leave them a crazy, not a crazy. I may leave them a truthful review on Google.
and that's the thing. We're in a day and age where if you don't feel like verbally telling someone off, you hit them in the pockets. To me, that's more powerful than the mouth.
Because my thing is I'll go to an establishment. I don't, regardless of where I live at. And if you show me that you respect me as a person, I'll spend money with you. But if I go to you and I know I'm getting subpar service for the money that I'm spending, I just won't come in there no more.
Queen asked a question.
She said, "Did you say you got the best from the less
Hugh,
Hugh establishment or the other?" I got the best from now. I got the best from where I was from. The one that was in our neighborhood that was more urban. The place that was more urban, yeah, I had like, yeah, my stuff was covered with pepperonis. The other place, man, I think it was some few slices, man, didn't have no pepperonis at all on it, man. I was like, man, what is like? Yeah, and it was like, I know it was. What I'm saying is, I know that there was supposed to be more pepperoni on that pizza. But I guess they was cutting corners, and I was the person that got the corners cut on.
You got the corners of the pizza.
Man, hey man. Yeah, and the pizza didn't even taste the same. Pizza didn't even, yeah, man. It was like, you got me. I spent my little $14 in there and I bought that pizza, but I won't be going back. It's like yeah, like I went into BW3s. There's a BW3s around the corner from where I live at because I wanted to taste one of those cheeseburgers. This is about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I wanted to taste one of them cheeseburgers. Man, do you know I sat at the counter for about 3 or 4 minutes, man? Didn't nobody even look at me in that place. I walked straight back out.
Yep.
I walked straight back out. I'm not gonna complain to you. Hey, ain't nobody come on. Hey, no, I'm just gonna leave because if I do that, then y'all gonna mess my food up. So if you don't even respect me, I ain't gonna argue about it. I'll just leave. You let me know you don't want my money. I don't want to spend my money. I don't want to give you my money. And
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But yeah, man, yeah. And then a lot of places, if the food ain't right, I'm not going to send it back. I'm not going to come back. I'm not going to send it back and tell them to cook it
Nah, that's how you get them extra ingredients.
yeah, that's how you get them extra ingredients on your sandwich or your meat or your gravy or
You be like, hold on a second. This ain't supposed to have gravy.
but but the thing about it, the discussion we're gonna have is, I mean, do we fight every battle? I mean, are there I mean, are we being petty? Is this stuff subtle? Is it overt? Is it does it happen at work? Does it happen in the general public? It happens everywhere.
It does.
It happens
I know,
everywhere.
man.
And a
I
lot of
hope.
people with the job, you get taken on the chin because I mean, you don't want to lose. We don't get those. When we lose a job, we don't go right back to work as quickly as everybody else.
I used to take it on the chin at work. Whenever a supervisor came after me, them days are over
Those
too.
days are over,
I
man.
don't take it on the chin anymore. I
Those
speak
days
up.
are over, man.
I do it respectful, but I give you the energy you give me.
And you know, I don't. I remember when I was working at the place where we met, and that owner was like, "Oh, you're lying." I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Nah." I was like, "We don't use that word in my." I was like, "The worst thing." I told her, I was
Oh,
like,
they
"The worst
called you a
thing."
liar. I think I remember that day.
Yeah, I was like, "The worst thing you can be is a liar, as a thief." And I was like, "I ain't neither one of those." I was like, "My mother wouldn't have liked that." I was like, "I said my mother would have had something to say to you if she was here and you said that."
I remember that.
Because I didn't want to be disrespectful, but I wanted to know to the level of disrespect that there was. Like, if my mother would have heard you say that, she'd probably had something to say to you about that.
But let me ask you a question. When folks disrespect you to your face,
Oh,
why
I
is it?
speak up. You speak up on
But why
it immediately.
can't we as a people give it right back to them to let them know that this is how you sound? I'm sorry, but this is how you sound when you say to me this, this, and this. This is how you sound, and I don't appreciate it.
Hey man. And when I walked off, that's when I ain't gonna call her what you call her, but that's when she was like, you shouldn't have said that to him. That was kind of wrong. And I respected her for speaking up on that because I mean, but it's a little subtle. What I'm saying is, and that may be something that was cultural or whatever. But nah, in no culture do you call somebody a liar.
Yeah. Was there some? I don't think there was any teeth behind that, like some grinning or
Right.
he, no he.
Nah, I mean, things happen. People say stuff, but you have to let a person know that one thing we're not gonna start that talk, lying and stealing and that ain't never been in my psyche. So it ain't yeah, we're not gonna speak it into it either. But I
But you,
mean, what's that?
but do, I know the kind of folks is the folks we work for. I know what their nationality is, but I've never seen them do that to these folks. You get what I'm saying?
Hey man, I've been in places and the person I come up to get my stuff and the person look at me like, "Can I take your order?" And I'm like, "How you doing?" Oh, okay. And then I'll order my food and step to the side, and then somebody else will walk up. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to such and such. What can I get for it? And I'll be looking like, damn, for real? And it happens every day. It happens daily. You see it, man.
So
Sometimes I see stuff and it don't, and I just be looking like, damn.
so check this out. One of my buddies who live in North Carolina, same situation. She said that she was in line at Whole Foods, and I guess they have a cafe bar or something or a food bar. So she said, she's very observant. So she watched everyone in line that went through, and the cashier was just like pretty much doing backflips, rushing to get their food. Hi, how you doing? Teeth and all that. When she got to her, it was like, "May I take your order?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She sat down and she was like, "Nah." So she went to the manager and said, "Hey man, you might want to check your check because I spend money in this place a lot, and I refuse to come in here again if you don't check that behavior of hers." Well, what did she do? Oh, when I went up there, she didn't say anything. She didn't say hi. She didn't greet me, but everyone else who didn't look like me got greeted. Oh, girl, gangster. So she put it on blast, and she's like, "If I come in here again and it happens again, we're gonna have a problem." So
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta. I mean, yeah, man, but yeah, you right.
yeah, sometimes you gotta check them. Just a quick story on me. It was probably about 20 years ago. I was getting into mountain biking, and I had a bit of change in my pocket, and I wanted to get a mountain bike. So I was in Fairfax, Virginia. Yeah, I shout them out for obviously wrong reasons. But went to Fairfax, saw this bike shop, went in, went through the door, started looking at the bikes on the wall. Maybe about 4 minutes later, an Asian guy came in. The guy behind the counter was like, "Hey, how you doing, sir? Can I help you?" And blah blah blah. And I'm looking at that. I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm the only one in the store. I look at the dude behind the counter. He see me because the counter's in the middle of the store. So he see me. I see him see me. He don't say not one word. I'm looking at the bikes because I don't know what I'm looking at. As soon as the Asian dude came in, man, this guy was doing backflips to help him. I said, "That's interesting." So then another guy came out and he said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Well, you could have helped me." He said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, I've been in the store for about 10 minutes." I said, "Your boy behind the counter saw me, didn't say one word to me, saw that guy he's helping now, broke his neck to hop around the counter, over the counter to sell him a bike." He said, "Well, I mean, I can help you buy a bike." And I said to him, I said, "You the manager?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Y'all just lost some money." I said, I'm going somewhere else about this bike." I said, "I'm not dealing with this." I said, "You need to check your dude because he just cost you some money." And I walked out of the door.
Yeah, man, I always do that. Hey, man, I
Yeah,
walk into a place. I
yeah.
walk if I
I'm not
you
doing
know
that.
I walk around. If I see something I like, don't nobody even I don't like nobody helping me or whatever. I can find my own stuff, but
Yeah,
if the person don't even acknowledge you come in the store, yeah, I walk straight back out.
yeah.
Even
That's
if I wanted to buy something from that place, I'll walk straight back out. I'll go get it from another store that's gonna, respect me as a consumer.
yeah. But especially if I'm going in the store to spend, a mountain bike is not cheap, and I'm in here to buy one,
That's
and I'm
about eight.
spend,
That's up 800 and above.
yeah, and I'm trying to spend that kind of money.
EV.
So, so um, I go in there to spend that kind of money, and you don't even acknowledge me. It's almost like you're looking at me like, "Oh, this guy's just in here looking." It's almost like you go to a car dealership and you at the BMW dealership, and they see you and they're like, he ain't gonna buy no car. And you sitting on a wad and you like, "Yeah, I'm ready to buy a 350 or what's it, an M3. I'm ready to buy an M3." And then you get brushed off by everyone in the place. That happened to me before. Not a BMW, but I've been in a car dealership, and yeah, I said some words to him before I rolled out. But yeah, this
Hey man.
discrimination thing against us because of this, you're not even thinking about this.
Hey man.
It's crazy.
Sometimes this don't it don't even matter, man. It's just they. Hey man, for real. man, you know what? And I was thinking about it, man. You know, and it's not just the other people that discriminate against us, man. We discriminate against ourselves. Man,
Yeah.
tell us, man, tell them that story about when you was coming on the airport, man. You was coming back and you had them items and the black
Oh,
TSA agent.
man, I'm. You know, sometimes I don't have any fear when I talk to people of authority. I don't see him as that. I just see him as another person. So I'm coming back from Brazil, and I'm sick as a dog. I'm bent over. My ears haven't popped yet. I can barely hear. And I walked through the TSA gate, and the black dude, brother, a little younger than me, maybe by about 10 years. Hey, you got anything to declare? How was your trip? I said, my trip was good, man. I just want to get home, get some sleep. You got anything to declare? I said, man, I got some pineapples cut up that I was eating in my bag. So what did you bring back any gifts? I said, yeah, I brought back a couple of hats. He said, how many you bring back? I said, about three. He said, are you gonna you brought them back to sell them? I bit my tongue. I bit my tongue because my first thought was N word, please. Why would
He
I
brought
spend
him back
all
to sell them, man.
it's like why would I spend almost 2 G's on a trip for 20 something days and come back with some hats to flip them? It's like, are you serious? And then I'm getting pissed off, and then he says to me, well, do you have any family here? Yeah, all my family's here. He said, well, who did you go on the trip with? Did you go on? I said, no. He said, well, who did you leave behind? I said, everybody who didn't come with me. And then he's like, well, why'd you do that? And I said, because I'm a grown man. And dude, I was up to 10. And I said, I can't believe he thought I was a ninja
Hey, man,
because
but
because only a ninja will go on a trip and stay for darn near a month and come back and try to flip some hats.
three hats. Nah,
Three
but
hats.
man, but man,
He
sometimes
discriminated against
we
me.
are our own worst enemy, man, because
Man.
it's envy. It's like I work for TSA and I can't go to Brazil
No.
because I
Here's
work for
what you
TSA.
are. You're airplane security guard. You're not a policeman. You're airplane security guard. Stop asking me stupid questions because it's stupid asking me who did I leave behind. It's stupid to say why did I go on a trip by myself.
But the thing
I'm
about that
a grown
is,
man.
the thing about that is they can make your time at the airport a living hell, man.
And I can do the same. I can do the same. And you know what? He tried to do that. He ran
That's
me
what I'm
through.
saying, man. They try
He,
to make your life a living hell, man, if
yeah.
you fuck with
But
these
look,
TSA agents.
he ran me through a secondary check where they had to do all my bags and stuff. So I'm like I said, I'm doubled over, dude. I'm sick. I'm so tired. I couldn't hear. So he sent me through another part and they said, well, why are you here? I said, I don't know, man. The dude up front got an attitude. He asked me to come through here. He said, all right, we just need to x-ray your bag. So he x-rayed my bag and stuff. And it's pretty much he had that look like. And I said, did you find anything? He's like, no. Y'all just wasted my time off of an ego. His ego got hurt because I clowned him. Up there, airplane security guard. That's what he is. He ain't
Hey,
no
man,
cop.
some people get a little bit of authority, man, and they abuse it.
Man, that ain't no authority, man. You guard airplanes.
I
Like, come
mean,
on, man. You can get
yeah,
that job with a high school diploma. And I'm not knocking people who got high school diplomas. It's like,
yeah, I got one.
yeah, you're a clown. You're a clown with a costume on. That's what I saw him as a clown. Ask me that question. Like, man, I'm an
Yeah,
American, man.
man.
Let
Not
me
a
cool.
costume, man. Not a
A
costume.
costume. That clown was wearing a costume.
Come on, man. Hey, I love TSA agents, man.
I don't. They suck.
They make the trip easy, man. Not all of them, man. Hey, yeah, man.
They suck.
TSA,
Let
I'm
me ask
good.
you a question. What did we do before we had those clowns? Remember that?
Still go through just walk straight through the gate, man. Man.
Exactly. Top flight security. Exactly. Nice one, Queen. Bunch of
Yeah.
clowns. I can't believe they asked. Dude, it's like they need to revamp their questions. Are you carrying anything illegal? Are you bringing back anything illegal? Did anyone try to smuggle anything in your bags? Something like that. Don't ask me no stupid questions. I think you froze, man. Okay, we're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, locked up.
Yeah, okay.
Locked up on you, man. Now you over here, man.
I know you was frozen.
You over here looking like Burl Lives, man.
You was over there frozen like a pizza.
But yeah, where sometimes we discriminate against each other, man, because the person may be in a little bit better position than what you're in.
Man, you know what it was? That Bama saw how long I was gone. It was like, how did that dude afford that?
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes the jealousy and envy is just, and it may be over something frivolous. Like, man, you don't know. I may have saved for this trip for 2 years or a year or whatever I saved. You don't know my circumstances.
He's counting my pockets.
Yeah, man, trying to count my pockets, man. But yeah, man. I mean, discrimination, man, comes in all types of forms, man. It's so. I get discriminated on a daily basis. That's why I'm saying, man, sometimes you gotta pick and choose. Cause what I'm saying, man, is sometimes I don't know, man. Sometimes people feel like that's their little get back. And I mean, if that's what you got to do to get your little get back, man, okay. But I mean, it don't put me in no different state of mind or no different state of opinion, man. It's just, okay, this dude is an asshole. I mean,
I'm getting there. Everybody can get it. I'm getting everybody.
But sometimes I get fed up, man, and when it comes out, man, it don't be pretty, man. So I try to stay away from that, because if I get to that point, man, I'm saying stuff that if I know that you didn't discriminated against me, and it gets to that point that I'm angry enough to say something, I'm gonna say something that's gonna hurt your feelings. I'm gonna say something that's gonna be 3 days later, and you're gonna be, man, that dude said this. Yeah, you still gonna be thinking about what I said to you, because I'm gonna say something that's gonna cut to the core.
Yeah.
And it may not even be, out of line or nothing, but it may just be something to make a person think. And sometimes that's all you got to do, and they don't do that no more. They don't test nobody else.
Yeah, that's what I do. When I get people, I make sure that the next person behind me don't get it. So I give it to everyone. I give it back. So I want my thanks for all those who come behind me. I want my thanks.
So you a wild boy, man. But
I'm sorry. By the way, this is not a gardening show. So any of my gardeners who
hey, man, they most definitely know we're not talking about no garden. I mean, we're not talking about no iceberg lettuce.
Yeah. But I'm just saying,
green onions.
Yeah, I don't want my mama to accidentally click on this link. Turn away, mama. Don't watch this.
Don't watch this one.
No. Don't watch this one.
Dr. Robinson got some input. I took my vet. And the colonizers asked me how I got that.
Ooh, see, that's what I'm talking
before I responded. But I do believe I put scratch on it.
Man.
Well, I can't. Yeah, exactly.
See,
Dr. Robinson, you don't got one of them new vets, do you, Dr. Robinson?
She got the old school joint.
Man, come on, man. Don't be hating, man.
No, I seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I probably would have said I got it from your mama, or I sold your mama. That's how I got this vet. I don't know, man. I would have thought of something.
Yeah, man, like you couldn't have a vet as a upwardly mobile black woman, man. You should have been like, this is my second car. The Benz is at home. Ooh, that's a collector's item. Ooh, Dr. Robinson, you ain't playing. Yeah, it's 25 years. That's a collector's. Wow.
No, it's almost 30.
Wow. What color is it?
I thought it was peach, or it's not pink. I could be wrong.
Oh man, Dr. Robinson got a pinky Tuscadero.
I think it was a light color, like a pink, maybe an orange.
Yeah, that's right, Dr. Robinson. This is my play car. Quit playing with me. This is my play car. You over here trying to ask me how'd I get that?
How do you deal with that situation when you ask, how did you afford this? How did you afford to fly first class? How did you afford to go on a trip to Brazil? How do you afford to get this car? How do you afford to live in this neighborhood? Burnt orange. There you go.
Burnt orange. Ooh, wait,
Yeah.
Dr. Robinson. Dang.
And I hate it, dude. And it's like when someone asks you that question, it's disrespectful. So that
It's
calls for
disrespectful. It's disrespectful as hell. That's
yeah.
like going into the store and saying, I like to get this. And somebody say, can you afford it?
Or you know how much this costs,
You
or
know
they
how
tell
much
you the
this
price.
costs? You know how much this costs?
So a disrespectful answer causes for a disrespectful response.
Yeah, man. Disrespect deserves disrespect equally.
Yeah, and that's why I believe calling them folks out because it's there you go again. You dropped me. I don't know if I'm still okay. There we go. You're back.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. We're in a day and age, man, where I'm sorry. Folks are old enough to know better. They're old
Hey,
enough to know
man. It don't. I got a story that don't have nothing to do with discrimination now, but nah, man.
better.
Everybody,
Because you
everybody.
see all this right here. This is all battle. All this right here. So for you to ask me a question of affording something, it's like, are you serious? Do I look like a teenager?
Hey, man. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. Hey, man. Discrimination comes in all types of forms. I've been discriminated on the expressway. You ever get behind somebody and they look through the rear view mirror and they see that it's you, and then next thing you know, they done slow down. They got you boxed in because the car on this side is driving slow. You boxed in, and everybody got you. You ain't, man. Come on, man. Discriminate. Hey, man, it's some petty discriminators out there. Hey, man, discrimination comes in all types of petty forms. Yeah, man. I'm in the fast lane by myself. I'm driving up, and out of nowhere, another car get up. Just. Hey, man. Hey.
You know what, man? You gotta tell me the story about the was it Chinese restaurant?
Oh man. Yeah, man. So it's this place here in it's this place in Cincinnati. It's in Mount Lookout. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but if you're hip, the name of the restaurant means I'm number one.
Ichiban.
Oh my! I said I wasn't gonna say their
I
name.
don't know. I'm taking a guess.
So yeah, I was at this restaurant. They're number one. They're Mount Lookout, and I went there. I ordered my food. I ordered some. The food is getting cooked. Man, the food is delicious. I didn't ordered a couple of drinks. I'm drinking. I'm not just coming there getting some food. Yeah. So my food comes after I didn't had a couple of drinks and a beer, and I didn't order this food. I spent about $50.
Oh, is that kind of place? Wow.
So I'm leaving. I'm like, hey, thank y'all. Thanks, y'all have a nice night. Y'all have a good night. The food is. I love the food. Them two, they looked at each other, looked back at me, and looked at the ground. I said, thanks for letting me know I'll never be coming in this place again. And walked out. Yeah, man. Some of these people, they don't care about your money, man.
You want to hear something crazy though? And I'm not going to really get into the story because some people you got to do some research. But the reason why a lot of those restaurants are in our neighborhood, it goes back to the '60s and why they're in.
No, but this is a upscale. But yeah, but that does go back to that. But you know what? And on terms of, man, we've talked about this before, and I saw another video on it, man, and I keep on seeing these videos about it, and it's like people are questioning Martin Luther King. And
Hey,
basically people were saying that was his dream, and that it was black people back then that really went with him, because they was like, why we want to go eat with them? We're gonna get spit on, we're gonna get beat up. Why we gonna get there? We got Big Mama right up the street. We can keep going eat at Big Mama's. And it's a lot of people now that are saying that set us back, because by us stop going to the black owned restaurants and wanting to sit at the tables and get beat up, that stopped our money from staying in our communities.
and you know what? I can see that, and I see that that is an issue. Unfortunately, just like you can't talk about the Democrats to older folks, and you can't talk about how slick they are.
Most definitely can't say nothing to them about
Yeah,
MLK.
you definitely can't say nothing because that dude wore a cape for them. He had
Hey
a cape.
man.
He was their superhero. But
But
you know
man,
what?
I mean, you have to, if you are a critical thinker, you have to look at that.
Yeah, but
Did that dream did
they
that
don't want to have
dream
that
stunt our
conversation.
did that dream stunt our love for one another? Because I mean, if you wanted to go sit at some tables and get beat up and your food gets spit in, and instead of going to Big Mamas, I mean that's hey man, that's a heavy argument.
It is,
That's a heavy argument.
but they got to be willing to listen.
That's a heavy argument right there, though, man. We got chats over, and I
Yeah.
Malcolm versus Martin. I mean, and that was one of Malcolm's points when he went to him, was like, man, what you wanted to do, man, it hurt us as a nation of black people. Because if somebody don't want you to be comfortable in their establishment, you're not gonna be comfortable in their establishment, no matter how hard you want to go in there. No matter, they're gonna make it where you're not comfortable.
But can you imagine going to spend your money in an establishment and they pour a bowl of soup over your head?
No, I can't even imagine that.
But
I
and
can't.
that's what I'm saying, man. Just that lay down behavior, that taking a beating. I'm like, I mean, we spoke about it a little earlier today. Just taking a beating by people, man. Mm-mm. No, nah, you ain't gonna put your hands on me, and I'm coming there to spend my money. Nah, you ain't gonna. Nah.
Nah, ain't gonna happen.
Hey, I would like to give a shout out to G Grandma, I'm sorry, G Mama, G Mama Grows.
G
How you
Mama
doing today?
grows.
Yeah, she's in the house.
G Mama, is that G Mama for grandmama, or G Mama for you a G and you just a mama?
Now G Mama's been on our last three lives. You got to give her a shout out.
G Mama, we appreciate your support. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and vibing with us. We would like your input. Have you ever been discriminated on, and how did you react to it? Did you confront it, or did you hit them in the pocket, or did you just let it go? See, Rob, a friend of the two Aries, he gonna come in. He gonna give his opine. Is there another race of people that always sought the approval of white Americans? I don't really seek their approval, but there are
It's a lot of us that
a
do,
lot of
man.
us that do.
It's a lot of us that look for their approval.
It's a
I
lot
mean,
of us that do.
look at the folks that whine and cry when they don't get a Grammy, when they don't get a national Billboard award, or when I got robbed. I'm like, why do you care?
Hey
Why do
man,
you care?
did you see the video of David Banner talking?
No,
And he was saying that white people are supposed to be racist. They're supposed to want to do for another white person before they do for anybody else.
well,
He basically said
that's
that it's
not being
black people's
racist.
problem because we not racist, and we're not.
No, we're not. Well,
He
see,
said black people should. He said black people should be more racist,
well, no, he
more
got it.
more nationalistic.
Yeah, because he got it wrong. Being racist is not liking. You can not like someone. That's not being racist. That's not determined. That's not the definition. The definition is withholding resources from a group of individuals
Right.
who
I
don't
don't
look
think
like
I
you.
don't. We don't have the power to be racist.
Exactly. So David Banner was talking out the side of his neck with that nonsense. I mean, I'm serious, dude. You get all these rappers that get out here and they start speaking philosophical, and we're supposed to like, oh wow, that was so enlightening. Nah, man, you're a rapper, man. Shh.
I don't think he's just a rapper though.
I know, but
I
he's
think
not.
he's. I think he's a critical thinker. But
Do you
you
get paid?
sometimes you can
Is
be.
that a job?
Sometimes you can be wrong.
Is that a job?
What's that?
A critical thinker. Is that? Can I put on my resume critical thinker?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
G.
So
Mama Grow said when I was in the military was my first exposure to discrimination. I
yeah.
reported it, but nothing was done. And
Oh yeah, yeah. You're gonna take it on the chin in the military.
yeah,
You're gonna take it on the
and
chin.
we talked about this earlier, man. And I was saying that out of all of the different types of law, you can get pro bono law for a murder, you can get pro bono law for rape, you can get pro bono law for sodomy, you can get pro bono law for anything of a criminal nature, but you cannot get pro bono help on a discrimination case. You can get pro bono help on a tax case. You can get discrimination is one of only like two or one of the only forms of law that you cannot get pro bono help on. And that is the one aspect of legalese that you need to be able to get pro bono help on. That's crazy. You cannot get a pro bono lawyer for a discrimination case.
Do you know that there always has to be racism
Do you
in
know we got
America?
77 people watching us? I think
Oh,
this is our number one live ever. We got 77 people in the house.
sweet. Can we get some likes? I only see
Can we get
three.
some
I don't
likes?
see five.
Get the likes up. Get the. No, we ain't going.
Hit my cash app.
Yeah, please hit the like button. I mean, I guess we didn't hit the algorithm with discrimination,
Yeah,
but
yeah. But you
yeah,
know what? Back to what I was saying. You always have to have discrimination and racism in America. It's baked in the cake. You
wow,
these folks cannot have us elevated close to their level, because if we do, if we get close to them and level, we eat their lunch every time.
wow, we have hit the algorithm. It's 439 people. It's 439 people in here listening to us talk about discrimination.
Oh,
Please hit the like button. Please join into the conversation. Yeah,
okay.
discrimination is
It's baked in the
it's
cake of
it's
America.
it's rampant. I mean, what can you do about discrimination? Because a person discriminating against someone, that's a personal that's personal. That's their mindset. So how can you change you can't.
You can't change somebody.
Discrimination will always be around, man. So are we, like I said, are we to fight every battle, or are we to pick and choose? Or I mean, it's really there's nothing you can do about discrimination.
I think you gotta fight every battle in order to keep your nose above the water. Because if you stop fighting, that one time you stop could be the chance that that water just you. I think you gotta fight every battle, man. And me personally, I plan on fighting every battle until I move out of the country. That's just my plan. I'm sorry. I've been
Yeah,
on
I
this.
mean, but don't you? I mean, at some point you're gonna get tired of fighting.
I don't. I will never get tired of fighting.
I don't think I will ever get tired of fighting either. But I mean,
I'm never gonna get tired of fighting, because wrong is wrong, and as a Christian, we're supposed to stand against wrong.
but are there levels to that fight? Are there levels to that fight?
Well, there's always levels to fights. Like you said, there's getting in your face, there's punching someone out, there's writing a scathing letter. It just depends on the circumstances how you feel that day.
Sometimes that's better than arguing with somebody.
Yeah, that pen is mighty,
Hey man, the
especially when
pen
you
is
can hurt
mighty
some
when you hurt
pockets.
somebody's pocket, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you can
man.
hurt pockets, it's mighty.
That Google review that I put on I'm number one. Yeah, that it's got 1,000 views.
And
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking
there's
about.
people out there that look like me that's
Hmm.
gonna see that and is gonna know they're not gonna get good treatment and it's not gonna go there.
Yeah,
From the web.
Okay.
and the thing is that when you criticize a place for disrespecting you, of course, I always believe in being fair. Don't exaggerate. Just be
Yeah,
fair.
you don't never exaggerate. You got to keep it truthful.
Yeah, here's what
You have to
happened.
keep it truthful. This is what happened.
Yeah,
There's no
they did.
reason that you don't need to go the extra mile. You just need to tell the truth.
Let's tell the truth. Yeah. And then the thing is someone else will probably say, "Man, that happened to me. I should have wrote something." See, so I'm quite sure that they saw what you wrote, and I'm surprised they have not responded to you saying, "We
Because
apologize."
what I'm saying is they didn't respond because they knew what they did. There's no,
Yeah,
I mean, you can't apologize for that. How can you? I mean, it's done. It's done. That's not an apology. That's patronizing. That's not apologizing. Apologizing is saying, okay, we're gonna send you a gift card for $100. You can come in here. That's apology. When you talk from a business aspect, that's an apology. You
yeah.
just hitting me up to say, we sorry that we treated. That's patronage. That's not gonna make me come back and eh. The cleaners spilled milk. I mean, spilled ink
That's
all on my brand new pants. I only wore them one time. I put them in the cleaners.
that's a funny story right there.
They sent me $100, but I'm still not going back to their cleaners. You think I'm gonna give them a chance to mess up another pair of my pants? No.
Well, at least you ain't had grass stains in them.
Man, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Man, grass things is a thing from 14 years and under. Yeah, man. Unless you play football, then you
Or you got tackled. Yeah, you got
your
tackled.
football pants gonna have grass things, but man. Yeah, I'm man. Grass things ain't even the worst thing I done to a suit. Yeah, man. I didn't. Yeah, man. I'm talking about. I went home with a hole in the pants of my Easter suit one year, man. I fell down, man. Yeah, I scraped a hole in them pants.
I'm mad that you say it's an Easter suit.
Yeah, man. Easter Sunday, man. I scraped a hole in the brand new suit, man.
I
Yeah.
know. I know you were sick.
No. Yeah, my butt was sick.
Oh
I got home.
man, Mama got you.
Yeah, mama discriminated against the belt discriminated against me that day. But discrimination, man. What? I mean, there's nothing that can be done about it, man. It's one of those things that it's just always gonna be there.
Yeah,
And there's nothing you can do about it. Because if you if you have the means to prove it, I mean, first thing you got to do is you got to file with the EEOC, and you got to get interviewed by EEOC. Then they got to do their investigation. Then their investigation, they let you know if you can sue this company or no, you can't sue this company. Or they say they're indifferent. You probably can sue this company. But even if you do that, the cheapest that you can pay, the cheapest retainer on a racial discrimination case is $10,000. Who has $10,000 to pay a lawyer to fight a case? I mean, yeah, man. The cheapest retainer that you can get on a racial discrimination EEOC case is $10,000. So that's why a lot of times people get discriminated against at work, and it doesn't go anywhere.
yeah.
It's not gonna go anywhere.
All you can do is see him at 3:00.
Yeah, it's not gonna go anywhere. Showing proof means nothing. You got to have that $10,000 retainer to pay a lawyer to fight that case. That's what you have to have. And I don't care if it's zero proof, no doubt, because you can get a letter that says you can sue. But if you ain't got that money, no law firm is going to take that case unless you pay that retainer.
You know what, man? I'm asking a question. I'm guessing it's going to be a question. Isn't it interesting that people voted because they thought they was going to get some kind of hate bill put out there? Can you imagine how many folks, if we would have got a hate bill, how many folks would be in jail for uttering certain words to us? To
And we will never get a hate. We will never get a hate
But
bill.
isn't it interesting that they said they was going to give it, they didn't, but they gave another group the hate bill?
They would say that they would say that because they're basically going to say, "Oh, everybody says the N word."
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, one group got a hate bill that didn't even ask for it, that didn't even vote for it, but they
Hey
got it.
man, I mean, do you really? I mean, the anti-lynching bill.
Ain't that crazy?
That thing was in legislation for what? I mean, how long before they eventually passed it? The anti-lynching bill, so
Ain't
people would not get lynched. We won't talk about a. You want to talk about a hate crime bill? Let's talk about the anti-lynching law. And it didn't get passed until one or two Republicans was like, "Man,
This is ridiculous.
this is ridiculous." So come on, man. We
You
couldn't
have a
get a
crime.
bill saying we couldn't get a bill saying we couldn't get lynched.
I know that says a lot, but yet them folks keep, man, them folks keep lining up to vote.
And I'm laughing not to cry, but we couldn't even get a bill to say we can't get so we couldn't get a
You
bill
know
to
why?
say we're
You know
not
why?
going to string you from a tree.
You know why?
Why?
Because imagine if there's a hate bill against the number one group that gets hate. Can you imagine how many of those folks would be in jail? They don't want that. That's why they're not going to pass that bill because, man, you talking about the prison industrial system, whatever they call it, system.
But
Man, them folks will be lying. They be, oh man, it'd be overcrowding.
but then if you give us an anti-hate bill, that helps with reparations because that's admitting some fault.
You always got to have that hate. We always got to be at the bottom, man. You need a foe.
Wow. It's
So
1,287 people in this live, man. I think that's a we hit the double algorithm. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button so we can stay in the algorithm. So this next show can hit the like button. But C Rob, have you been discriminated against? And when you were discriminated against, was it at work? Was it in the general public? And how did you respond to the discrimination? Same question for you, Queen Kima, if you're still in here. Man, it's a whole lot of people. Anybody that's in any of the 1,300 people that's watching us, have you been discriminated against? And if you have, let's talk about it. Thank you, Evie. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Get the likes up. Hit the like button. Get the likes up. Somebody did something. Hit the like button. Midge.
my
This
boy.
designed to keep us back. Yeah. Exactly, Midge. Why would they? That's ammunition. If they give us a hate bill, then reparations. But now there are other nationalities that are coming forward and saying that black people should get reparations. But now it's about what should the reparations consist of? Should it be money? Should it be social programs? I mean, I don't need no social programs.
Yeah, get it to them. Get it to the younger folks. I don't want no so.
I need
Yeah,
a check.
Just give me some bread so I can get out of here.
I need a check, and they don't have to worry about. They give me a reparations check. They won't have to worry about seeing me no more. I'll be out.
I got a reparation check and it was nice, like it should be.
Hey
My
man, I'm packing
my
up that. I'm packing up. I'm not taking nothing. I'm packing up. I'm leaving whatever I got here. Take me a couple per. Nah, I can't. I'm taking my
I
shoes.
might run up some credit card bills before I leave.
Hey man, that was a wild story that your boy told us, man. His buddy knew he was going. His buddy knew he was going back to his country.
Yeah, man. Run them credit card bills.
Got
They
all
can't.
them credit cards and ran them up.
Yeah, they won't. They can't extradite you for the bills.
Okay, see Rob. Yeah, man. It's always. I've had the same thing happen to me, and at the end of it, it's always sorry. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. But I don't think that there is an African American in the United States that has not met some form of discrimination in their life. I don't think that there's one person, the richest black person has been discriminated against. I don't think that there's, I think that because a person's disdain for somebody, money doesn't mean anything in that equation.
Huh.
Yeah, man. I don't think that there's a single black person in America that has not met or seen some form of discrimination firsthand. I'm not saying second. Yeah, firsthand.
It'd probably be my son because he don't believe in racism. He said, "Dad, there's no such thing as racism." And I look at him like, "Whose son are you?"
I thought something happened, and he was like, "Oh shit."
No, I saw it.
But
I saw what it was
hey man, but you know what? A lot of these young kids probably would say that they have not.
because they don't recognize it.
They don't recognize it.
They don't recognize it. When he said that, when he told me what happened, I was like, first thing I said to myself was, I know he was, because that's just
So
something.
what do you think that in what do you think where do you think that indifference towards discrimination comes from with the young kids? They're very, very
I'm
indifferent
gonna
when it comes to discrimination.
I'm gonna blame myself. Since I'm the father, I'm gonna blame myself that maybe I didn't do a great job of explaining exactly what it is and the degrees of how it could affect you and how to watch it and know it when you see it. So I'm gonna blame myself on that one. That I didn't give them the proper tools to be able to sniff that out. So it
I don't,
starts to me. It
I'm not
starts
gonna
at
put
home.
it I'm not gonna put it all on you like that.
Yeah, I got you, man.
I just think that I just think that a lot of these kids, man, they don't even want to think along. They don't want to think along those lines, man. I don't. It's like a split.
Well, many,
It's a different generation, and
yeah,
they
yeah.
didn't go through what we went through.
Well, many of our kids reject the way we see the world. You get what I'm saying? How we see the world, they reject it. I'm not saying it in a bad sense,
I mean,
but they're like,
we rejected how our parents see it.
yeah, but I see how my parents saw it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's a totally different thing. I mean, I'm able, being my age, I'm able to see that stuff, man. Even when I was in my teens, I was able to peep that game. It's like, oh, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
You
Mig
know?
said, if anything, they hate you more for you thinking that you belong because you hit the nail on. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now that, especially being in this area, almost everybody got bread, man, in this area.
So what I'm saying that places where, and that's what I meant by we discriminate against, even in those places where there are more of us. still get discriminated against by us.
I had a question. I think I had a conversation with Marshall over the weekend, and we were saying we came up with this what if thing,
Yep.
and the what if was, could blacks in this day and age develop their own nation, even if it's just like hypothetically, all blacks decide to move to Wyoming, and we just say we're going to move to Wyoming and we're going to do business in Wyoming, and all of us are going to function. Could we function?
Somebody gonna say I ain't going.
Yeah. But if you go, it's the betterment for all of us, and we all would succeed. And what would they say? I'm
You
not
still
going.
gonna have people that's gonna say, "No, nah, I'm not going." You
And
can
you
tell
show them
people you can tell people I'm gonna get you gonna get a $2,500 check every 2 weeks. They still not gonna come.
yeah. And you know why? Because we never get on code. We
Never.
never get on code.
We never get on code. Some of us get on code. A lot
Not
of us
enough of
don't
us.
get on code.
Yeah. Like
I
we
mean,
had to.
we can't even. I mean, we can't even boycott something.
Yeah.
We tried
Because
to
it's
boycott Gucci. We tried to boycott Gucci, man. This people still work. Man, I don't wear no Gucci.
like, really?
It just we'll boycott something for 2 or 3 weeks, and then it'd be forgot, and then it'd be back to status quo. That's
Yeah.
why we can't. That's why you can't get no. That's
You
why you
gotta
can't
make
get no
you gotta make the
political. That's why you
pockets
can't get
hurt.
no political freedom, man.
Imagine if you can get 87% of all voting blacks to say, I'm not voting Democrat, I'm gonna vote independent, or I'm gonna sit at home. You know how much power that is?
We won't do it.
If we did it for 2 cycles, we would have them folks running scared.
Man,
And
they
then
ain't gonna do nothing but pay some artists, pay some rappers,
and we
pay some
ignore the hell
singers.
out of them, and we ignore them because you know what? They're not our political leader. We ignore them. Imagine what would have happened if we did that. Imagine how much power we gained from sitting on our butts.
It will never happen.
Yes, see, Rob, we had that discussion. You're right.
Yeah, man. It's not gonna happen.
I remember that.
Yeah, man.
Timberlands,
Yeah,
man,
man. We
man, that
boycotted so many different people that disrespected us. We go right back to wearing.
yeah. I gotta wear my Tims. I gotta have them. I'm like, they're boots.
Hey,
They're
man.
boots.
But somebody did. Somebody was like, "Well, dang, if we stop messing with people that discriminate us, we wouldn't have nothing to buy." No, you would. You have black-owned businesses to buy clothes from.
Yeah, because they start stepping up.
But like, share, subscribe to the channel. We didn't hit the algorithm jackpot. We appreciate everybody that's checking in with us tonight. Yeah, we're just on here talking about discrimination and what can be done about it. I'm be honest. I'm at the point where I'm gonna say that there's nothing that can be done to combat discrimination. There's nothing. There's gonna be people that hate, and yeah, there's always gonna be some form or fashion of discrimination in the United States. There's no way to get around it. I don't
You,
think you can't get away from it.
you know what one of the problems is that we keep getting too many folks in office that look like us that peddles that nonsense to try to get us to stay in line, and it just bothers me that they peddling. It's like that Uncle Ruckus. What's his name in South Carolina? The black dude,
I forgot his name.
Clyburn. Uncle
Yeah,
Ruckus.
Clyburn.
Yeah, that idiot up there doing a fish fry just to get votes, and then you got a whole bunch of suckers out there getting the free fish and giving up their vote. It's pathetic. If you from South Carolina and you voted for that fool because of a fish fry, I'm talking about you.
Hey
I'm sorry.
man, They
I'm
go to the
sorry.
church, man.
I'm
They go
sorry.
to the church, man, and eat the food up. And
I'm not going to vote for you because you did a fish fry. I'm a little bit more savvier than that. You got to
hey,
give me more
man,
than fish.
I'll put it to you like this.
And I know I offended someone out there who vote
I'll
because I
put
know
it to you
somebody from
like I'll
South
put it to
Carolina
you like
watching.
this. They don't. I mean, they don't be going to no other churches.
No, they don't. Ain't that crazy?
They don't go to the other churches, but they be in the hood. They don't never. What I'm saying is, you don't never come to the hood unless you come. You never come to the hood, but you gonna come during election season to the church.
And don't come back.
Oh man, come on,
That
man,
sound like Reverend Porkchop made a deal.
come on, man. But people keep falling for that, man. I mean,
It's the older
there will
folks,
be
man.
There will be discrimination until we get political power, and I don't see us getting no political power in my lifetime.
Nah,
To
because
that point, we don't have a political action committee.
what's going on, Bernard Smith?
Yeah, good looking out, Bernard Smith. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Like my
Yeah,
man Bernard said, get the likes up. Come on
yeah,
now.
man.
We got
I got a
1,300 people here, and we got 1,300 people in the house. Get the
I got
likes
a
up.
I got a dog to feed.
Oh yeah, most of that you can't. Politics has to be included in it. Politics has to be included in that. But what I'm saying is, we have no, out of all the minority groups, we have the most lack of political power. We're a swing vote. That's what we are.
Yeah,
We're a swing vote between the Republicans and the Democrats. We're a swing vote. Whichever way we go is the swing is gonna happen. That's the swing. Whichever way we go is the way people gonna go. But there hasn't been, and I think that's kind of strategic because I don't think, like we've said, man, black people are historically conservative.
yeah. But see, Rob, you're right. The government can't fix it, but we can fix it by not involving the government, meaning that we sit on our butts and make the government work for us because we do pay the government. So what you do if you want to make the government fix it, you don't vote for them fools in office until someone comes in office and say, "I got you." You
But
just
man,
keep
like,
sitting, you
hey
keep sitting
man,
on your butt, man. Because if our vote wasn't important, they wouldn't be trying to stop it so much. If it wasn't important,
right? People got mad at me, man, because I follow Dick Gregory. I follow a lot of stuff Dick Gregory said, and Dick Gregory said the lesser of two evils is still evil. So I'm not voting for this dude is a little bit less evil. He's more evil. I don't want to vote for evil.
yeah, yeah,
Queen.
Queen.
That's what I was saying. Queen King. He's not just a rapper. That's just
Yeah,
one of his things.
yeah, I get it, but you know what? He's wrong on the racism thing because by definition he's wrong.
We can't
So
be racist.
yeah, we can't be
We
racist.
don't
So
have no. We don't have the power to.
we we can hate, we
We can
can
be
dislike
bigots.
them.
We can be bigots, but I can't be a racist. I can be a bigot, but I can't be a racist. But I'm not a bigot, so I don't. I'm not. Yeah. But who has been discriminated against, and what did you do? Did you combat it face to face? Did you take it on the chin? Did you say I'm gonna live to fight another day? I'm gonna get them back. I mean, what did you do? And I'll say this: there have been instances where I've been discriminated against, and I have spoke on it and brought it up right there, right then and there. And there have been instances where I was like, "You got that today. I don't feel like arguing. I don't feel like arguing." So I mean, I can see it. I can see it from you want to. if somebody discriminates against you, you want to change that. But sometimes, man,
You know what I say, bro?
it ain't worth wasting the breath.
Here's what I say. When you go to work every day and you're at a place for 8 hours and you're getting browbeat for 8 hours and you know it's not your job that's the issue. You know it's not how you perform, it's not the issue. You know it's personal. And you deal with it for 8 hours and you don't speak on that, you kind of deserve that. Because my thought pattern is this: I'm about to get fired today, and that's how I'm approaching.
But
And
see,
like,
I'll be honest with you. I'm not one of them. If I feel like I'm being disrespected in the workplace, I'll quit because
yeah,
I can find another job.
yeah.
I can find another job, but yeah, I can't look myself in the face if I'm letting somebody step. I got shoe prints on my face.
And then
I can't
you
look at myself in the mirror.
got them shoe prints in your butt on the back of the pants. Nah,
Hey
man.
man,
Mm-mm. I tell folks all the time. I say, yeah, you put up with that for 8 hours. I'm like, you're a glutton for punishment. I'm not putting up with nothing.
but the thing about that, man, is if you fight every battle, man, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win all of them. That's what I'm saying. Is I think I would key on the ones that I know I'm gonna win, as opposed to
I'm
exactly. And I hate to say that, Kima, but I've been disrespected. You would hope that we don't say that, but a lot of us we've been disrespected by our own people. Is that self hate? I mean, what is that? We get discriminated on by other people, and then we get discriminated on against our own people.
well. We're gonna always have raccoons in our midst. They're gonna always be around because some people like working in the house as opposed to out in the field. Some people love them buttered biscuits.
Yeah, man.
Some people love the pat on the head. So
I'm
they're
a
gonna work.
yeah,
They're gonna work for the ops.
I'm a field N word.
Yeah. Some people just like working for the ops, man, because they like warm meals.
Corporate America is too smart to be overt, right? Will kill you with the policy. Yeah, man. Some of that stuff is so ambiguous that there's no way you can prove it to be. It's like I said, if they really wanted to combat racial discrimination in the workplace,
They can do it like that.
it would be pro bono. Those cases would be pro bono, and them companies would know that they couldn't treat people bad. But if the companies know, he ain't got $10,000 in the bank to pay that lawyer, we'll string this out. They gonna
And,
string it out.
and this is why some people get pulled over in certain neighborhoods because they know they can't. They know them folks know they can't fight back.
Hey man, yeah. And sometimes they go after they
low
go after
hanging,
what they think is weak.
low hanging fruit.
Yeah, they go after what they think is weak. But yeah, there's this big trend where people were bucking back at the police and telling them this is the rights and the laws. And man, let that police do what he gonna do and let him go and leave and shut your mouth,
Send him on his way.
or you have some hot bullets coming back at you. So anybody watching them videos, yeah, it's smart to know all the laws and all that stuff, but as we've seen, those laws don't mean nothing when those bullets get to flying. But discrimination.
It's always gonna be here, man.
Yeah, it's one of those. Like I said, man, it's not going nowhere. I pick and choose. I can't. I don't have enough energy to fight every like I said, I get discriminated against every day, man. I can honestly say there ain't a day if I go out in public and I'm dealing with the public There ain't a day that I go out and it ain't somebody to do something disrespectful. It's just
You,
it's just
you,
the nature of the times we live in, man.
yeah, man, you're not gonna disrespect me on my own time.
Now, when I say disrespect, it might not even what I'm saying. It's little subtle stuff, man. It's little subtle stuff. It don't have to be nothing big, and it's
Yeah,
little
man.
subtle things,
It'd
man.
be one of those things. I know what you're doing, fool. Stop.
Yeah, that's what
Stop
I'm
it.
saying. And you
Stop
look
before
at,
this go in the direction you don't want it to go in.
but what I'm saying is that's where it is right now. Subtle stuff. So a person can be like, "Oh, he took it. He took it wrong."
Yeah. You said it wrong. I ain't take it wrong. You said it wrong. Dude, you don't know how many times I done jumped on people and said, man, don't talk to me like that. I'd be at work. I said, don't talk to me like that.
I've said, man, you used to trip off me. You was like, man, who is this HR? This dude is
Man,
not.
oh,
Quit
I,
playing with me.
I remember what I said to this dude, man, when I asked him a question, a general question, and he heard it wrong, and his response, what he said to me, and I looked at him, I said, who the hell you think you talking to? I know the whole office heard me. I was like, man, you don't talk to me like that. You understand? And of course, it was this. It was
Yeah.
him. I was like, you don't talk to me like that, man. I was like, who you think you are?
Hey, man.
That was one of the last times too. So, I'm sorry, man.
I mean, okay, well, I'm gonna ask you this. We know that discrimination is not going anywhere and people get discriminated against every day. But are times better than they were? Or is it just racism is different?
It's different. I think times are getting worse. I think that because if you're in a certain position, you're kind of inoculated from a lot of the stupid hillbilly uh, racism because you're not around those kind of folks. But I think it's getting more sophisticated now, especially with the coming of the internet and and the way people move now because everything's digital. So
Better
now,
than what times? Is it better than the 60s? Is it better than the 70s?
is it
I
better than
mean,
the '90s?
is it better than the 90s? I mean, because
Yeah,
I think that there was a point where you was hopeful that racism could possibly be, but then no, it was like it got ramped up.
yeah.
It's only
I think okay. I would say it got better for the sense of we're not having hoses. We're not being sprayed by hoses or attacked by dogs.
okay.
In that sense,
Okay.
okay. So, but after Dope 45 got in office in 2016, it kind of ramped up the ones who wanted to say something. It gave them the courage to start saying
I
something.
think before that.
I don't know, man,
I
because
think after Jimmy Carter, when Reagan came in,
you didn't have the folks out there like the folks now, man. Those Karens and asking you for why you in certain neighborhoods and you can't come in this building. You live in the building. We ain't had that in the '90s, man. We in the '90s was real subtle. Now after Dope 45 got in there, it was more or less. They say, well, we like him because he say what he means.
so you think with him it's less subtle and it's more overt. People don't care.
Yeah, yeah, because now you're looking at people who will stand in your parking space. You're looking at people who will stop FedEx drivers from trying to get in the neighborhood. I mean, we ain't had that mess a few years ago. But now it's ramped up with these fools. Um, the chick who was in the dog park with her dog choking her dog when dude was filming her. And she said, it's an African American man. He's trying to harm me and my dog. I'm like, we didn't have that back in the '90s. We didn't have that in the '80s. But that's when Dope 45 got in office in 2016. Man, it's on 100, man. Of the fear. All they got to do is say, I was scared. And here come the police. So yeah, it's that part is worse.
Um, yeah. I would say that just with the times, we see more racism than we did when we were younger because there was no cell phones, there was no
Internet.
if they didn't put it on the news, you didn't know it. If it wasn't in the newspaper, you didn't know it. It was like they could really hide
Yeah,
a
you can't
lot
hide it.
of what was going on where you can't really hide it. And I don't think people try to hide it anymore. I think people don't give a fuck.
And that's my point. It's now to that point where people will say anything
People's
out
like,
of their
I'm right,
mouth.
yeah, but you can have your own. What I'm saying is, you can have your own personal thoughts. Nobody can change your personal thoughts. But if you go to work, you got to temper them racist thoughts and do your job, and then go back to being a racist
Yeah,
whenever
when you
you
go
want.
home. Yeah.
But and then I think a lot of the discrimination, black on black discrimination, I think that just comes some people just mad about their situation. Like, I didn't tell you to take this job. If you're not a happy person, a nice person, don't work a service industry job. Don't work a
Yeah.
job where people gonna be talking to you all the time. Yeah, I mean, nobody told you to take this job. If you're having a bad day, man, that's not our fault.
But look, the cat who said that to me when he was following behind me, apologized, and he said, "I'm sorry, man. I just had a bad day." And I said, "Fool, I don't care about your bad day. You
F
don't
your day.
f your day. You don't talk to nobody like that."
F your emotions, man. Like, man,
Yeah,
like, but
yeah.
that's what you did. That's what you're dealing with and that's why, it's not cool I try not to lash out because you don't know what a person going through. You might, man, yeah, man, you don't,
Especially in this day and time where everybody
hey,
packing.
hey, man. Yeah, so,
Speaking of that, did you see that video where the chick was at the gas station and said, "You ain't gonna run over me. I dare you. I dare you." And
ran
she
on.
floored the truck and ran into cars and then and then flipped her car in the street.
Yep.
Where's all that anger coming from?
Hey, man. Chicago will do that to you.
Yep, weaponizing
Weaponizing
rape.
white tears,
Yep.
no different from protecting a white woman's honor. It's predicated on the same. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I said, all they got to do is it's an African American man. He's trying to hurt me and my dog. Man, I'm surprised they didn't come in on a helicopter.
Hey, man, and you see the videos, man. That's why. Well, yeah, man.
We're
I'm not approaching women right now, but I'm most definitely not approaching them women right now, man. Hell no, I like my freedom. Yeah.
You know what we should have? It should be mandatory that all black folks wear body cameras. Cause it's crazy out here, man. Oh, they said I said what? Let me rewind the footage back.
This dude here, man, you crazy, man.
Hey, man, I've been thinking about putting cameras in my car, man. So I get pulled over. I'm like, it's always his word is more important than mine. I'm like, nah, man. Look at the camera. What did the camera show? This right here was probably the best invention made for us. That little thing right there, best invention. That saved a lot of our bacon.
I mean, you say it saved a lot of our bacon, but it ain't really. I mean, it helped a couple people get some lawsuits. They were
Yeah,
still messed up. They were still beat up. They were still
yeah,
maimed.
yeah. They can pay for some bandages, but yeah, man.
And sometimes that camera don't mean nothing.
Oh, it don't. But sometimes it do.
Sometimes the camera don't. I mean,
Hey, man, that camera stopped you from serving 25. It done did its job.
well, it's gonna help. It's gonna make both. It's gonna make Boozy get 15.
Well, see that self snitching has always been stupid.
Tell you, man. If I know I'm a felon and I can't have no gun, man, I'm not gonna have a gun tucked in the back of my pants showing. But my thing is Boozy, man. Come on, man. You an OG, man. One of them little young, you ain't even supposed to be carrying, man. Ain't nobody supposed to even get close to you for no gun action for you to do nothing, man. You supposed to have 10 people between you.
Is he that important? I don't know, bro. If I saw him on the street, I just think he was a regular dude.
He is a regular dude.
Yeah, so I don't understand carrying a gun.
I mean, no, he ain't that regular.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't recognize him if I saw him on the street.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's people that were, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, hold it down for a second.
Yep. But I'd like to take time to thank everybody that's joined in with us tonight. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. We got 1,500 people in the house. This is amazing. I don't know what happened. I don't know what algorithm we hit tonight, but we hit it. But if you have been discriminated against, put that in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Can it get better? Will there be a time where we know that there won't be a time where there's no discrimination. But do you think the times can get better? Can it be better? Can times be better than they are now? Or are we at this the best it's gonna get? Are you a believer that this is the best it's gonna get? That it's not gonna get any better? I mean, I'm a firm believer that discrimination is gonna be here to the end of time. But I think things can still get better. Because, like I said, you can't change everybody's personal opinion or personal opine on how they feel about a people. And there's always going to be people that's going to teach hate. The question is how do we combat hate? That's really the question. How do we fight hate? Same way we fight discrimination? I don't think so. Because if we fight hate the same way we fight discrimination, I don't think nothing's going to happen because nothing's happened in terms of discrimination. We still get discriminated against with impunity. There's still nothing that we can do in terms of the discrimination that's forced on us. So, I mean, hate is hate, or are hate and discrimination one and the same, or are they different? Is discrimination the same as hate? Is hate the same as discrimination? Can you hate a person and not discriminate against them? I don't think so. I think that you can discriminate against someone and not hate on them, but I don't think you can hate someone and not discriminate against them. I could be wrong, but you never know.
All right.
But yeah, we got 1,500 people in here, and ain't nobody has nothing to say. Come on, join into the conversation. Tell us a little bit about what you have encountered. Me, I got discrimination stories, but I don't want to keep hearing myself talk. I'd rather talk about something that somebody in the audience has gone through. We could talk all day about the stuff that I've gone through, but I think that we need to talk about everybody's experiences, not just
Because
my WG and myself.
some people have different experiences.
And I think people handle stuff differently. While you was gone, I was saying that, do we think that this is the best that it can get? Can it get better? And you got to say, you're right, Midge. You have to, I'm an optimist. I'm not a pessimist. A pessimistic outview would be say it's not going to change. I'm an optimist. I think that people win in the end. And winning is being able to live your life free of, free of the daily stuff we have to go through. And I don't think that can happen in America. That's why we're on this mission to move out of the country, is because a lot of us feel that we're not going to get right until we leave America. And I hate to say that, but yeah, I'm a firm believer of that, because I know how I get treated outside the country. And it don't necessarily have nothing to do with me being American or me, the money I got in my pocket, or none of that. Some people, hey man, we are loved outside of America.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, you know what? I'm about to say something that a lot of people are not gonna like.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me sit up in my chair.
When I'm looking at the comment of that was a lot that was that was big for a lot of our ancestors, and what a lot of folks don't understand is Obama is not like us. He's I know a lot of people love him and they worship him, and I'm not saying my boy worships him, but Obama is not a black man or black American. He's African American, if based on his lineage. So if you look at his lineage, he has a white mother and an African father. To me, that makes him an African American. Whereas you look at my background, you
You're
would have
black.
to go, I'm black,
I'm
but you
black.
would, in order to find a Nigerian that's part of my DNA, you have to go back at least 6 generations to say that I'm African. So I'm 6 generations removed from Africa. So I don't consider myself, this is me,
We black.
I'm black. I'm not African American. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
even Native American black.
Now, I do have some Native American in me,
I do
but
too,
I mean,
but
I'm black.
it's far back.
Yeah, I'm
You
black.
know what I'm saying? It's so far back that I have 1%, if that. So I can't consider myself a black a Native American. I can't even consider that. So I mean, yeah, he's not a black man. His folks did not get the hose. His folks did not get shipped over here on a ship. He's not African American. He's
See, when you say what happens to racism, Queen Kima had a question. She had a thought. She said, "What happens to racism when we become that American of one race that they are currently pitching on every advertisement?" But
oh
if
man.
you look at those advertisements, black men aren't in those advertisements.
Oh, you talking about the mixed families all the time? Yeah.
Them families don't be mixed with black men. It's black women. It's black women and other nationalities. So basically, I look at that stuff as like they didn't wrote the black man out of. Like they don't see us living or being able to cohabitate with what they want to do. That's the way I look at it because you look at the commercials and yeah, there's no black
Yeah,
men.
well, that's a commercial, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's like there's no plan for us in the future.
There's no plan for us in the future.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But yeah, man, I think I see what Queen is talking about because I keep hearing the browning of America, and eventually, when you keep letting these folks in, you keep bringing them into these cities from across the border or wherever. Those are brown folks. Then you have a lot of us, the younger generation, dating them. That's going to start the browning effect.
And that's what she. That's what. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's.
what. Yeah, they're really. I mean,
I wish I would be here to see it. It'd be a glorious thing to see that. But like she said, then what do? You have to become one nation, and that's kind of hard to become one nation when you're going to have a minority of folks trying to stay in power, because eventually they're going to be in a minority. Will that happen soon? Nah, probably in another 400 years. It'd be nice to see that, but I'm not going to be around for 400 years.
wow. That's. I mean, it's a. I think it's been so prevalent. It's ingrained into the fabric of America to be discriminatory.
Yeah, yeah, it's baked in the cake.
Yeah, it's ingrained, and there's nothing that can really change that. It's my belief.
Nah. Unless everybody turn one shade of color, that's the only way it's going to end.
But I mean, that's like she said, and that's really they're really they want a multi race based society where they're everybody is of mixed lineage. That's what I mean. The melting pot. I'm you look at what they called it. So I mean, it's like that's what the plan was all along. It's the melting pot. And melting pot, you put everything together and it comes its own thing. But melanin always wins in that battle. I mean, melanin is gonna win that battle. That's a battle that
Hey,
melanin can't
hey,
lose.
if you put red socks in with a whole bunch of whites in the laundry, what's going to happen?
They're gonna turn pink.
They're going to turn pink.
Melanin is melanin wins in that melanin wins that battle hands down.
Yep.
Because if a melanated man has a baby with a non-melanated person, that baby is gonna have melanin,
More melanin.
more melanin. Yeah. So it really doesn't pay to be discriminatory. I mean, but you know, you would want to think that things change, but like we've come to the conclusion, it'll be here.
Yeah, it'll be here. I think it's close to being on his last leg, though. I think he got like maybe two more legs because like I said, like Queen said, once everything starts turning that one color, man, it's like, what do you do? What are you going to fight? You can't fight amongst yourselves anymore because you all look alike. You have to take your fight somewhere else. That's truly when America would be great in one nation.
It's not gonna happen because there's always gonna be people that say they're pure.
Good luck with that in about 400 years.
There's always gonna be people that's gonna say they're pure. Man, this show has been this is extremely enlightening. The numbers that we get tonight. So yeah, we like to thank everybody for joining in. We got over 1,200, over 1,300 people in here watching us tonight. It's great. It's a good feeling to have, you know, lots of individuals who feel what we're saying. Man, go ahead, man. In terms of where do you think discrimination goes from here? Does it get better? I mean, does it get better?
No, with
I mean,
technology,
what I'm saying is discrimination. Are we at a point where discrimination is going to get worse, or discrimination is going to the effect is going to lessen?
I think it's going to get worse in certain areas, of course, because I think the more technology we get, the more we're able to see it. Because some folks just can't be quiet. Like some people, if you're a racist, you can't just like sit in your little corner and be quiet and be racist. You got to say to the world, "I'm here." I mean, look at all them fools who marched in D.C. wearing khakis, and what did they have over their heads? Something goofy. They all had khakis with the polo shirts.
Are you talking about in Virginia?
No, it was in D.C. They marched in D.C. Them fools who wear the khakis, the same idiots that be traveling in the moving vans,
You
and then
talking about with the tiki torches?
yeah, them fools. They were recently in D.C.
Hold on,
See,
man. I'm gonna be right back. You got handle for yeah. Keep
yeah,
talking though. I'll be
yeah.
right back.
But what happened is in D.C. I want to say it was a few months ago. You get all these fools wearing khaki pants and polo shirts, and I don't know if they was carrying tiki torches, but they were definitely being clowned by this white dude on a bicycle, which was hilarious. But you're getting more and more of that now. And these folks they still cowards though because they still wear masks. So they're still cowards. So it could be your dentist. It could be your lawyer who's wearing that mask, wearing the khaki pants with the tiki.
And that's my point.
Coward.
Is you can't eradicate that, man. It's just you can't. You can't.
I think it's pathetic that you got grown men dressing up. I think it's pathetic. You're a grown man and you got a costume on. It's like, come on, man.
Well, we're coming up on 14 minutes to 2 hours. And we had this long conversation, and I'll be honest with you. I thought that we would. I don't feel any better after having this conversation than I did before. And usually, I have a good feeling after we have a conversation about, we've talked about some things where there may be some solutions or things that we can do, but I I'm at the same place we were at the beginning of this conversation. That's exactly where I'm at now. And it's kind of disheartening because I would have thought, but then we start having this conversation and
You know what though, man? I will say tonight I wasn't as angry as I normally would be.
yeah, I don't get angry. I
Oh,
don't
I
get
get
angry.
angry. Oh, I get pissed, man. I get pissed because I get so frustrated and tired of these folks and their games. It's like it's so unnecessary. You know, the United States is a big country. We're supposed to be the most powerful, the most richest country. There's enough resources for everyone in the United States. And you get a certain group that just likes to hoard it all to themselves. I got an issue with that. And it's like there's plenty for everyone.
I got an
But
issue with that too, but I mean,
yeah, but I didn't get angry today. Normally I'd be fuming, but I'm good.
for real.
So I guess you closing out. We got our show for next week. I mean, for the you
I
no,
got our
you're
show for Thursday.
you got your show for Thursday.
Yeah, I
I
got my
will,
show for Thursday. But
yeah.
yeah. The show for Thursday is gonna be titled N Word Ish. Have you have you been a victim? Have you been a victim? And yeah, we're gonna delve into N word ish. Cause yeah, I mean this stuff that happened this past weekend with all these people getting shot up at Juneteenth events, that's N word ish. That's 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 not good black people doing that. That's N words.
Yeah, and they running wild.
They running around.
Exactly, C. Rob.
N word ish. Have you been a victim? That's gonna be that's that is the title of Thursday's show. I will have the thumbnail up tomorrow, but yeah, we're gonna we've talked about discrimination and stuff like that, but now we're gonna delve on something that's strictly us. N-word ish.
or or the stuff that we do. That's what we label.
Yeah, N-word ish. So
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about it and yeah, how some of us have been victims of N-word ish. I think a lot of us have been victims of N-word ish. Because if they can have a show called Blackish, we can talk about N-word ish. Yeah, man. We're not going to be talking about Blackish. We're going to be talking about N-word ish. There's a big difference, and we're gonna discuss that on Thursday. Um, like I said, this was a productive conversation that we had tonight.
Yeah.
It was very productive. We had a whole lot of input. This has been one of our one. This has surpassed expectations of any show that we've done. Um, hopefully to continue. But yeah, what you got to say about how do I said how I feel about this conversation? How do you feel? Do you feel the same way you felt when we began this conversation? Is or do you have a glimmer of hope, or do you just fire and brimstones?
See, I'm a pessimist. I see
Yeah,
no
man.
hope. I see no
N word ish.
I see no hope.
Yeah, see Rob, N word ish. That's what we're gonna talk about on Thursday.
Yeah, he right about that time too. Yeah, I'm gonna have my Wheaties that night.
We can go on for hours, man. Yeah, inward ish. So be
There's so
ready.
there's so many examples of that stuff.
So be
So
ready.
many examples.
So be ready. We're gonna talk about inward ish on Thursday.
Oh
We've all
man,
been the victim of it.
yeah
Yeah,
man.
man. I know y'all seen a Camaro coming down the street on size 26 inch rims is sitting up like a yeah, man. We're gonna discuss all that. We may even add some pictures in here too.
Yeah,
So you can visualize what we are discussing.
you talk about the rims more expensive than the car.
Now
You
I'm
talk
talking
about
about the
that?
rims that have a bad boy look like it's sitting up
Yeah,
like a tractor.
yeah, and the
Yeah,
rims are more expensive than the car.
yeah, man. The rims are more expensive than the car. Yeah, so we're gonna delve into inward ish. Yeah, man. I just you got to be. I want to be optimistic, and I want to say that discrimination and racism is going to change because I think they go hand in hand. I think they go hand in hand. I think that there's levels. Hate is a strong word. Hate is a strong word. I think hate is a stronger word than discrimination. So I mean, I think that there's levels. Drina's Haven 916. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you haven't been to Drina's Haven 916, get over to her page. She has very, very good devotionals. She talks on a wealth of topics. Everything is enlightenment of oneself, enlightenment of people. Get over, check her page out. Drina's Haven 916. Right. I don't think that, I mean, we've talked about different scenarios, Drina. We've talked about some good things. We've talked about some bad things. But I think that we've come back to say that I don't think that there's nothing can be done about discrimination. Discrimination is a personal preference.
Well, it's hard to change the wickedness of one's heart. It's hard
Yeah,
because some of that wickedness is just so ingrained. It's like they would need a religious enlightening in order to change. We can't change it. They gotta something has to happen to change the trajectory of their life to make it like have a moment where maybe you're saved by one of us. We saved your life, and you see that it ain't what you thought it was all these years. I don't know, but that change had to come from something.
yeah, like Drina
Yes,
said, it's handed down from generation to generation.
most definitely.
So yeah, hate is taught. Hate is yeah. Hate
Yeah,
isn't so you don't wake up and say, "Oh, wake up hate." This no, it's taught. You don't wake up with hate in your heart. It's not it's not humanistic to wake up with hate in your heart.
it's
What
too much
can
energy.
yeah, what good can wake up? What good can come from waking up with hate on your mind?
For no apparent reason, because guess what? A lot of us ain't do nothing to you. Nothing at all.
Yeah, yeah. But we had 1 hour and 53 minutes. We have about 7 minutes left. Um, you got something you want to talk about, man? You chilling?
Man, I'm chilling, man.
We gonna
Everything.
chill on that. We gonna chill on that subject.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
Everything good over here,
yeah,
man.
you got an announcement, man. You a different person, man.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, whatever. 3 meals in the yeah, man. 3 squares and a hot bed. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, 3 squares, a
I'm
hot bed.
I'm eating good, man. But I'm also exercising a little bit more.
You right, Drina. Like my you. Oh, hold on. Not Nightbot. Hold on. Oh, okay. It's engraved in the DNA and the very fabric of one's being. Yeah, you. It's in you. Whatever's in you is gonna be in you, and only you can change that. And I don't think that we could ever say that. something like that's going to be eradicated. You know, when people say, "Oh, we're going to eradicate racism," no, you're not. That's just that's a pipe
but you
dream.
know what though? But you know what? If you criminalize it, imagine if it was criminalized.
Okay, we just said that we have no legislative power, man. What white man is going to criminalize hate?
No one.
Right.
They're not going to do it because it fuels them. Because for them, they always have to have someone under them. Control. You got to have that control. But I'm just saying, if you could do it for one group of folks, you could do it for everyone. I mean, look at the J word. Even if you say something related to J, even though it's right there in front of you, saying, well, they like the color blue.
J.
The J word. If you say it, you get canceled like crazy. Israel.
Oh.
I mean, look how they protect it. So it can be done.
Hey, man.
It can be done because you say something even remotely that's, oh man, they label you that one word and they don't mean that. They just change the definition. So anything you say is anti. No matter what you say.
No matter what you say, man. See, Rob said a lot of things are illegal, but still, hey, man, yeah, a lot of things, yeah. A lot of things are, yeah. Hey, man. Dirty weather. What's going on, brother? What's going on, man? Yeah, man, we just up here talking about discrimination, man, and yeah, it ain't gonna change. So I just think that we as a people, we need to dig down deep inside because, yeah, it is what it is, and the only way we gonna combat it is to get on to.
We got on code, dude. If we got on code,
we're not gonna get on code. We're not gonna get on code.
I know. We about to go for
another hour. Man, 156, hour and 56, man. I knew somebody was gonna come in when we was about to end the show. Dirty weather, you're gonna have us on here for another 35, 40 minutes, man. Here we go. Let's dive. Man, man, if my guy show up and he say let's dive, we gonna dive. We gonna dive. Come on, dirty weather. Let's dive, man. Discrimination, man.
Here we go.
You know, dirty weather. I got about 15, 20 more minutes. We gonna get on here. We gonna yeah, man. We gonna discuss with my homeboy Dirty Weather. We got 20 minutes to keep the discrimination discussion going. But Dirty Weather can give us discrimination from a different point of view that neither YWG or I can give you. He's going to give you discrimination from a totally different viewpoint. What's going on, Dirty man?
I know it ain't daylight where you are.
Yeah, he's in Cali.
It is definitely daylight where I am.
Oh wow,
yeah,
nice,
in Cali, man.
I'm looking outside. I'm like, hold on, it's 11 o'clock. Why is it still daylight?
Yeah, it's sunset right now.
See, man, you done came on here, man. You done shaved, man. You ain't on the show no more. You done shaved up. Okay, Dirty. Okay. Dirty weather. Nah, you're not dirty weather today, man. You clean, man. You clean weather.
Clean weather.
Man. Hey, man, shit. As long as I ain't disrespectful.
Man, you ain't never disrespectful, man. But yeah, man, we was talking about discrimination. And
racism.
We basically said that it ain't gonna never change. It's always gonna be discrimination.
Yeah, and the common theme that you hear nowadays, like I believe racism evolves to have different looks, and the one that I get most common is now it's not about race; it's about money. So of course you're gonna be biased. Somebody with a lot of money has no choice but to be biased to somebody that's broke. They might have a good heart and want to help, but at the same time, you ain't about to get a motherfucker to code to your gated community and let him in. Because then he going to bring his partners and his other partners. Then he going to move a camper out there. So bias is it got a lot of different faces. I'm
Right.
biased. I'm biased to certain things.
Yeah. I mean, we all have biases. I
Yeah.
think, yeah, everybody has biases. I got a bias
Now,
against ignorance. I got a bias against ignorance. I can't, yeah, man, I got to, yeah. Some stuff I just can't be around.
yeah. That's a yeah. I would say that like
Dream got a question for you,
up the
Dirty.
street from my house, right? 7 people got shot. This is like last week. 7, and they was all like 30. Couple of 40-year-olds. One dude I've known since like first grade got shot. So the thing is like, what the hell is y'all old ass doing at 10:30 at night, posted up in the back of the liquor store?
That
Y'all
sound like
people.
dirty. That sound like the Thursday show.
That's
Drina said, can you speak on being discriminated against by being a formerly incarcerated individual and how you overcame it?
damn.
She hit you with the deep
I'm
one.
gonna say first thing, I kind of already know what's gonna happen when I apply for a job. And then they be like, yeah, man, we love you, your energy, we love you. We just gotta wait for this background check to come in. And then what happens is like a natural occurrence. 2 weeks go by and I forget that I even applied for the damn job on repeat. So what that does is that just builds that callous to where you kind of get the attitude like, I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs, but I'm not gonna let it hurt me when they deny me because I understand that I'm not normal and 20 years in prison is just something that scares the lights out of a regular person in society. That's why the jobs that hire felons are all brute jobs. The railroads, the unions,
The doc.
the constructions,
Yep.
the truck drivers, all brute jobs. But is that white America? Nah, that's what they did to the Asians and Mexicans and the early blacks that didn't know their way. They enslaved them in some form or fashion. They not about to have a felon up in that motherfucking Wall Street. They not gonna have a muff, and if he is, we wouldn't know because they probably do them dirty motherfuckers.
Yeah. I read a story about a guy that was in I think Folsom. He was in one of those prisons. He's a black guy. And he got his law degree while he was in prison, and when he got out, he passed the bar. But them stories is that's a dime a million a story.
I wouldn't even go that far. I just know that there's exceptions to the rules. And I was in Old Folsom, and the time in prison that I was in prison is different than now. Now prison is geared toward if you want to go home, we're gonna help you go home and we're gonna give you programs and everything to help you go home so you have no excuses. That's how they doing it. But when I was in there, it was a dog fight. It was a dog fight. You was barely getting grants to go to college in there. There was a time when wasn't no college in there, but now, I mean, not without outside help. Then they came where they offered help and gave you college courses. Now they give you laptops and shit and tablets to aid you in your college endeavors in there. So it's not that far fetched anymore.
So how were you discriminated against when you were in prison? What were some of the forms of discrimination that you encountered just being incarcerated?
First off, it come to where you at. Like where you at? Like you could be in high desert where it's majority white people, majority white police, majority white inmates. And you done had riots happen where the white police then set up the black inmates, let out a small amount of black inmates, and then let out a whole bunch of white boys, and they knife attack the blacks that was sent out there like lambs. And then when riots be over, they find buck knives like real pocket buck knives. They don't come from no blacks.
Right.
They don't come from no blacks. So it depends on what prison you at.
So
Because if
even on that type of level where another segment population other than black inmates will have weapons and the black people won't have weapons.
they have whatever they can
Get their hands on. Wow.
look, Mandingo Warrior, whatever we got. But no, they was helping them. But if you get to like Sacramento area ish, then the numbers is kind of even. It's damn near more blacks in like Old Folsom and New Folsom and stuff. Then when you get to Central California, that's when the numbers start to go drastically Mexican. And then when you get to like the desert in California, damn near 80% Mexican. So of course they gonna treat the La Raza before they treat you up in there. That's
hell yeah. Wow. But
So a lot
But
of
I would
these,
say that even in a prison where it's predominantly dominated by black inmates, I would say that it's still discriminatory stuff that goes on.
hell yeah. But I will say this though. Now, I ain't gonna sit here and act like it ain't ways to combat the discrimination, because if you a timer, like you somebody like like there's a difference between a prisoner and a convict. Like a convict is somebody that knows the lay of the land. If I want to get outside, I know who to holler at and how to get outside. I want to go to canteen, I could do that. If it's a problem on the yard, I know how to go in there and talk from this political group to that political group. So I'm a timer, but a prisoner is just somebody that's coming in. He might be doing a year or something, a couple years or something. He's just trying to get home to his family. He ain't trying to miss nothing. He might be a solid dude, but he ain't trying to get into the intricacies of being a penitentiary minded person, because he like, look, I'm just here for vacation real quick one time. I understand y'all got 10, 15, 20 years to go. I understand all of that, but I'm just here for like a little 14 months. So yeah, man, I'm gonna be mind to mind on my square over there.
And I can get your time over with and get home.
And that's what California prisons is geared toward now. They got laptops in their cell. Do you know how many write-ups I got for having a cell phone? Man, I would have went home a lot sooner. But now they got
how much time do you think they're added on your plate?
Cell phones at least an extra year and a half, somewhere between a year and a half and 2 years.
Damn, dirty.
I got caught with at least like 7-8 phones over a 3-year period. Like I just couldn't be without them.
So you was calling home when you get your cell phone, it's just.
Yes, I mean, once you get business going on outside the walls, it was a means to take your mind outside the walls.
Right.
So as long as I had stuff going on and stuff to be done outside, I was really kind of getting myself reaccustomed to coming home and setting stuff up.
So, would you say that the people, since you've been out, the people that really fuck with you, they fuck with you? Because the thing about it is, if a person gonna help you get a job and they know your background, that person gotta either they need somebody to work there, or they really fuck with you.
Or they didn't see me coming.
And what you mean by that?
I got a nice personality. I got a nice personality, man. I got a good laugh.
Man, prison didn't make you.
I got an infectious smile, and I didn't been in their face, because they was like, oh yeah, we like him. We like his personality, his energy, all that. And I didn't wiggle all. Watch this. I went to AT. It's called the CFL for AT&T, the Center for Learning in Dallas, Texas, Irvine, I think. And I'm going there for 3T. You ever heard of 3T? Mm-hmm. Train the trainer. Train the trainer. That's where they train you to train other people. So this job that I'm going to do is to be a certified pole climber, like the person that gaff in, gaff out to climb these poles for AT&T. So I get there, they pay for my ticket, they pay for everything. They pay for my rental car, and I pull up to the class. Man, these dudes been with AT&T 20 and 30 years and shit. They just getting this recertification to teach a pole climbing class because they can teach all these other classes. They didn't learn this shit. All these they can teach them. So, but they adding this one, and I'm alongside with them, and I ain't got near experience or nothing. I just knew somebody who knew somebody, and that somebody was my lady. My lady, she was with AT&T and referenced me, so they let me slip in the door, right? So I say about the fourth day, about the third day, they realized they done fucked up. They didn't let me in the door. So I was having a conversation with the white lady. I'm like, yeah, I so love learning. This is cool. She said, yeah, learning is fun, ain't it? Learning is fun. In the back of her mind, she like, nigga, I can't wait till you get your dog ass out of here. You was never supposed to be here in the first place. I bet you they paid me my 5 bands, though.
You finished the class?
Yes, I did. And passed
you got your certification.
Yes. Do you think they like that shit? Hell no. I slipped in the back door. I'm the thing that they wish never happened.
Well, now you got that certification. Now man. Hey man, take advantage of every opportunity that's presented.
Nah, I think they bought my certification and everything that has to do with me and AT&T. They put that shit in the corner somewhere. They hate that my name even on a payroll right now.
Oh man.
But that goes to what you say. It's who you know. It's who you know.
So you getting excited about the new season of the show about to start, man?
What show?
Your show.
I hate to say it, but it's already aired. Two shows.
Oh man,
It's gonna be the third episode.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to get in. Yeah. So if you don't know, Dirty Weather's on 60 days in. Oh, now we've missed the first 2 weeks. Yeah, you catch it on History Channel. Is it History Channel or is it A&E?
A&E.
A&E. You can catch Dirty Weather on 60 days in. See what he did to make it 60 days through. Yeah. But
hey, hold on a second. You want to hear something funny, Dirty?
Huh?
I was talking to one of my former neighbors, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know how we got on the subject of 60 days in. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's my show." He said, "Man, me and the wife be watching it, man, and such and such." I said, "Yeah, one of my boys was on it, Dirty Money, you know." And he was like, "Why does that sound familiar?" I mean, not your name, but when I was describing you, he's like,
Yeah.
bald-headed dude. I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I think I know who you're talking about." He said, "Yeah, man, I like him." You famous, homeboy.
Dirty, what you on to do? Okay? The first 2 episodes have what did you do on the first 2 episodes?
First couple episodes was like the backstory. Like this episode coming up, they really gonna dive into me. But the first ones was because they brought us in 3s, like sets of 3. Well, one came by herself, but it was like 3, 1, and 3. So they're staggering us in. So I'm in the next group of 3s that's about to come in, and that's gonna be on Thursday.
Okay. We will
So
be watching.
if you was to watch a movie and skip to the good part, then this would be the scene that you want to catch.
Okay, Thursday. We might have to. Yeah, we might have to do a live. We might have to do a live while we watching it. We're gonna be on here talking about it.
Man, you and so many other people.
Hey, look, Dirty. I need to find the episode of you on Wilco, Steve Wilco.
What's it called? It's called a whore or a housewife. Just type in, or you can just put Dirty Weather on Steve Wilco's. It'll still pop up. Like my name, I've been branding my name since 2014.
Dirty Weather.
Before then, I was Kurt Luminous.
Kurt Luminous?
No, Luminous.
Luminous.
Like Luminous.
But man,
I ain't
you know,
mad.
we always, you know, man, we always appreciate you coming on here with us, man, dropping some knowledge, letting people know that just because you've been incarcerated, it's not over. You can come out, you still be a productive citizen in society. Yeah, man, you know, you already know, man. You already know.
Hey, shit, hey, look,
You a
man.
you a testimony to somebody because there's people out here that feel like when they come out that it ain't nothing they can do.
Hey, you know what? That was my goal. That was my goal to come home and make a difference and make my mama proud because I never had a chance for 20 years total. Like I've been away on vacation, so the opportunity to just, like show what I could do, I wanted to be a big enough statement to where it'd have been like, damn, what if he would have never got locked up? He probably would have been here, but instead he went through the fire and now he's here. Like I only get it when I hear it from other people. Like I'm supposed to believe it in myself, but when I hear it from other people, that's when it sticks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Other than that,
Testimony.
I wander around this motherfucker willy nilly, going to the same liquor store and acting like I'm a regular person, and really I'm supposed to be that made changes. That's the danger of the personality that I got. I'm too accessible. So these are the transitions that I need aid from my peers to let me know them good things like what you just said. Cause I meet somebody else and they full of hate and won't say nothing to help me along my journey.
No, man. You know you always got us over here, man, to come holler at us, man. I value my friendship with you because man, you keep man from day one we known each other, you kept it real. Yeah, man. You gave me pointers on what I need to do, stuff I need to, yeah, man. So yeah, man. You didn't even have to talk to me. You didn't have to say nothing to me, man. So yeah, man. You know you always got a platform over here you can come spit, man.
You know one thing, I go to a lot of different I go to at least like I visit 6 different genres in a day. Like I go to this genre, the wrestling genre, the boxing genre, the prison genre, the black talk genre, the deep thought genre. I tap in. And my thing is always leave it better than when you came. Or if you're gonna leave something behind, leave jewels that resonate on the mind instead of roll off into the toilet.
Yep. Drina, I was your friend first, and you introduced me to your dude. So yeah, we gonna give Drina her props, man, because I'm not trying to get beat up, but yeah, Drina introduced me to Dirty Weather. Yeah, and that's man.
Hey,
I appreciate you, Drina.
so yesterday, and I know you ready to get ready to close. I didn't want to take out when you said I would take an hour. I was like, I ain't gonna take an hour. I'm just gonna take 37 minutes.
Not 37 minutes.
So I was on this panel and they was talking. They was like, I play stupid, and then I let people show me who they are, and then that's when I take action. So that's similar to what happened out here. This dude was in a wheelchair. He asked people in the truck to turn their music down. They in turn ran his veteran ass over in his wheelchair.
I saw that.
And then he shot their dog ass. Both of them.
Yeah, I saw that.
Both they dog ass. So here's the thing. He was ready. Even when he told him, can you please turn your music down? In his mind, he like, yeah, I got an equalizer right now. If it's any type of problems whatsoever, so I'm gonna move in confidence. They ran his ass over and he was ready. They wasn't ready.
Man, you never underestimate a person, man, because you never know what a caged animal will do.
You never know what somebody in a wheelchair do now.
That too. That's well, he'll pull a gun. We do know he'll pull a strap out.
Man, he ain't got to be walking to end your life.
Hey, man.
Hey, look, and then the cold part is they found he a veteran, right? So obviously he knew how to use that thing because he killed dude in the car, and then they found the other nigga up the street leaking. He go to the hospital and he died too. So who in the wrong? Who in the wrong? They didn't ran me over. What the hell?
Yeah, hey man, that's self-defense, man. They ran me over with a car. I pulled my strap out.
Hey, look, but this how cold the news is. The news said first, Army veteran, some veteran ran over, 2 people shot dead. Why they making sure they put that he a veteran on that shit?
Yeah. So they want you to know
they throwing him an alley-oop.
Yeah, he's getting off. he's getting off.
Dirty motherfuckers.
Drina said we got to get guns out of the hands of people who ready. I mean, Drina, that's gonna be hard.
Because in that situation, who's the lion and who's the prey?
Right.
I think the person that is like, he's damn near like a bully, because it's the element of surprise. And if I know what I'm willing to do to you, and and I know that you're judging me because I'm in this wheelchair, then that's where you come. You're the bully. You're a bully in a wheelchair with a gun that knows if a motherfucker will try you, they not gonna be ready because they looking at you in
that wheelchair.
Yes, a person that stutters just thinking too fast.
Yep. No, that's the truth. Yeah, man. Slow down. That's what I had a cousin that used to stutter, and that's what his mother used to be like, slow down. Slow down. And eventually,
hey, but I hit that panel. I hit that panel with this. So I told him, you can hide a lot of weapons under a habit. That means if say I do crystal, and you judge me as a crystal, that means I get to put on the jacket of everybody that's been a crystal fiend. All the while, I'm selling all the stuff in America. I'm hustling, I'm functioning. All the while, y'all judging me as that. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Accept how you judge me. All the while, I got all these other weapons that you ain't even capable of because you looking at me as that. So you can hide a lot of weapons under a habit because you're going to judge me as a fiend, a knock, or something like that. And you don't expect a knock to drive around or walk around the corner and come back in the Porsche better than yours. You don't expect a knock to pull out more money than you got in your pocket because you think he a smoker or a tweaker, and you judging him as you judged all the other tweakers in the past. So you can hide a lot of weapons under a habit.
Yeah. Yeah. And that goes to, sometimes it's best to play dumb and not let people know what you know.
Yeah, true that. Guess what? I had a lot of weapons under being fat. I could play basketball pretty damn good. I still play softball, and I'm deceptively slow because I'm still fast for 305 pounds. So I got a food habit, and I hide a lot of weapons under this food habit because I still feel like I'm 220 till my knees start hurting.
Yeah, man.
Dirty, you out there dunking on them?
You know what? I ain't touched the rim since high school. I think back in 2000, right before I came home in 2013, I was a drug abuser, and I had got down to about. I remember I came out the cell and went to I was getting cramps because my stomach was so small. Like my stomach was hurting. I was starting to look like Venom. Remember how Venom got? I started to look like Venom.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, shit, that was a phase in my life that I do not run from. But I remember playing basketball and going up for a layup and somebody just barely bumping me, and I was like,
you was looking like LeBron. You was flopping.
Man, look.
Hey, man, hold on.
Look, I was used to being a big guy. That motherfucker barely pushed me.
Yeah, that's LeBron.
This dude here, man.
I didn't like being there small. Hey, but it didn't matter. Once I came home, and hey, look, man, I must have put on 100 pounds
quick.
real quick. I
Yeah,
knew
man,
what I was
you came
missing.
out eating, man. You hadn't ate no food, and man,
Man, like I say, man, I was eating everybody's cooking. Everybody, what y'all making tonight? I need a plate. Like I ain't no NEDD. It's NEDDA. I need a plate.
Drina, thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. Are you gonna be live tomorrow, Drina? Let me know so I can tell these people that's watching us what time you're gonna be live, what you're doing your devotional. I know it's early in the morning, usually about 8:00, 9:00.
Well, that's 12 our time, so we up.
I don't know. It depends if I give her a 5-hour energy.
Oh,
Listen. She taps me out off a 5-hour energy. I'd be like, babe, you ready to go to bed? No, I'm just, hold on. I'll be there. Give me about 5, 10, 20, 30 hour.
yeah. If you all are on here watching, go check out Drina's Haven 916. She gives the daily devotional. It's very good. It's a good way to get your day started. She always has a good scripture to read, something that you can relate to that will help you throughout your day. So go check out Drina's Haven 916.
And later, and lately, she be doing them live too. You seen that? She do them live. I was like, ooh, that's kind of dope. You should have been doing that one. Because then, no, for real. Because then as she's doing her devotional, people can be talking back to her. Like they could break down the meaning of the verse of the day that like they can break down and dialogue it together.
Yep.
Versus just hitting a button and hearing her read it to them.
Yeah, yep.
That's pretty good.
So, Drina, I will be over there. I may not be able to say nothing. I'll probably be working. If I ain't in no meeting, I'll jump in. But yeah, I'm gonna jump on.
Can you drop her link in the chat?
I think he got the bot.
I got the
That
bot. Hold on, yeah. I gotta get with Wally.
That
hold on. Matter of fact, I'm about to give Drina the wrench. I'm about to give Drina a wrench so she can drop her link.
So are you subscribed to my channel, man?
Yeah.
Do you get the notifications every time I go live?
I think I need to cut your notifications on. Matter of fact,
I've noticed that's what it is. Like even though I got all these damn subscribers, I got down there 10,000. Not everybody is able to get the notifications to my lives. So I'm just like doubling back on everybody and seeing if they notification bell on. Because I looked at mine and I noticed that on mine, I'm subscribed to hella people and the notification bell wasn't on.
Now I got it on. I had it subscribed, but I didn't have it on all.
Yeah. Hey, look, when I turned the notification bells on, I started getting hella channels that's going live. Like I opened up a whole new world.
Let me jump in here real quick so I can give Drina this wrench. Drina, you got a wrench. All you gotta do is you could just type your.
She has a wrench.
Yeah, you could just type your info in. You good. Yeah, Drina's Haven. Subscribe. Subscribe to Drina's Haven. Subscribe to me. I'm on the road to 400. My man YWG, man, he didn't cross the threshold. I'm on my way.
So do you know this? Do you know that all you need is 500 subscribers now to get monetized? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. I told you last week.
Why she still sent 1,000?
No, but here's the thing. At first it was just like people talking about it. They actually changed the verbiage when you Google it, but it says soon you will be able to monetize at 500. So it's coming. We don't know when. It's any day.
No, it's showing in my background.
I still want to get to 1,000.
It's showing that it's allowing you to monetize at 5. And how many you got?
I'm at 1,016.
Nah, see you able. You got 1,000. You got 1,000. Did you check it when you had 800?
Watch hours. Them watch hours. It should be. You should. Well, we got some good watch hours tonight.
Well, the thing is I got to get a letter from Google saying now whatever.
Yeah, that happens at 1,000. But the ultimate change is the 500 because Yeah, you'll know because it's people been grinding for like Drina. Drina been grinding for years,
man.
and she's barely creeping up to it to 800.
I've been grinding for it's a year. Hold on. It'll be a year in September that I've been on here, and I'm at 324. I don't know. I ain't checked it right now, but yeah, I'm at 324. But yeah,
Your
go check
first,
out
your,
Drina. Go check out Drina's Haven 916. Get them daily devotionals, man.
your first year is either gonna be hella good or hella normal. No in between.
Well, it's been hella normal.
Because
Hella normal.
it took me a year to get over 1,000. It took me a year and a few months, and then when I got over 1,000, I didn't even know that you can get paid off of YouTube. Black Money had to tell me. Remember,
Yep.
Yeah.
I had been over 1,000.
You have been over 1,000. Black
I
Money
was
was
like
like, you get your
700.
money up?
Free money. You was giving that free money away.
I sure the hell was. I was like, take that shit. I don't need it.
Oh man.
I'm living in my car. I don't need that money. What you mean?
Man, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe. But
That always still make me like that always still make me like motherfucker 500. Do you know what I had to go through? I remember. Hey, look,
man,
I told you I made a tribute video to my subscribers. It was a 235 subscribers. I was so happy I had 235 videos. I mean subscribers. I made a video with music in the background with all their names on the Taco Bell receipt.
I did the same. I did the same thing and said everybody to pay. When I hit 200, it was too many for 300.
Yeah, that just show real live appreciation. No, that's all that is.
Yeah, I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate you. If you're out there watching,
I wouldn't come to a channel that didn't appreciate people's presence, and I promise you, and this is just me being honest. There's been times where I was coming across as arrogant and shit, only because I knew my lay of the land and I was feeling myself. But ultimately, I had to be humble myself, and if it's only 2, 3 people, 4 people on my live, that's just what it is, and I'm gonna appreciate them 4 people that's appreciating my time.
yeah. Hey man, I go to people's pages that I like, and I let them know that I like their page. I mean, a lot of people they don't subscribe to me, but I subscribe to them. But yeah, I get enjoyment out of them, and I'm not looking for everybody to subscribe to my page that I subscribe to. So I mean,
I automatically, even on Instagram, it's just a habit. If you subscribe to me, I subscribe back. YouTube is a little different because it's not a one-click thing. Instagram is a one-click thing. You follow me, you got a follow back button, so I follow everybody back. But YouTube, you got to kind of like go to their page, subscribe, and that might be a little too much at the time.
yeah.
I try to whenever I get around to it. I subscribe to everybody that subscribed to me, and I'm about due for a look-see.
You said that, and I'm over here going through. I'm going through subscribing to all the people that subscribe to my Instagram today.
Yeah, that's a pull up. That's something you pull up every 6 months. That's part of the diagnostics.
But yeah, man.
Hey, Gardner.
What's up, bro?
All right, so I got the black. Maybe it's the material that bound in burlap is, but I'm laying this on the front yard. I used blankets at first. I covered the ground with. We had a bag of just molded blankets and shit. So I covered the front yard, a part of it, and then I put the bark over it. And so I realized real quick I ain't got enough blankets for all this shit. So I went and got the tarp mat things, unrolled them, laid them out, and then now I'm about to start wheelbarrowing these chips over. So it's called they're called like weed mat. I mean weed something like
Weed barriers.
Weed barriers. Okay, so first off, what do you think about the blankets? Was that a good idea, or are these weeds gonna penetrate eventually?
They're gonna penetrate eventually.
Yeah.
Which you could have got away with is some cardboard. hit one of the
Yeah,
grocery
Trina
stores.
said something about that too.
Get cardboard. That's it's free. Go to
Yeah,
a furniture store. Hey man, can I get your cardboard in the back? Yeah, it's free.
yeah. Okay, so then these burlap black material stuff that you lay down, what's the pros and cons about that?
I guess the pros is it'll prevent the weeds. The con is sometimes they're only good for 5 years, 7 years. It depends on what the density you got.
Hey, look, these dudes that chopped this tree down, right? They think they slick too, because we asked for the bark, and they was so happy to pull this truck up and dump this bark.
Yeah,
And
and they like
because that means they ain't gotta pay that dumping fee.
bingo.
Dumping fee. That means they ain't gotta pay it, right? So they
Exactly.
not only did they pull up and dump some, they dumped the whole truck on this damn driveway. You
Yeah.
want some bark? We gonna give you some bark.
Yeah.
And so when I went out, I looked, I came back and I said, "Damn, babe, this is a lot of damn bark. Like this shit is higher than the car, babe." Like, yeah.
So
Yeah.
what does the bark do?
It's like ground cover.
Yeah.
Like some people use like red asphalt, lava rocks and shit. Like the bark is another form of ground cover.
Okay.
Oh,
Only
black.
Yeah,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm
No, go
sorry.
ahead.
Dirty weather. Quick side note. My boy said, you on this season, right?
Yeah.
60. He wants to know which episodes are you on.
So far they played two. I'm in both of them.
Okay. All right, you just answered the question. He's watching live.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm in both of them.
All right, this season you
Thursday
heard.
night. Thursday night.
Thursday night is more of a
Yeah,
spotlight
Thursday
show.
night. That's his show. So yeah, we most definitely going. You know, we go next Tuesday. We're gonna have to talk about Thursday night show. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm over rubbing my hands like baby, man.
Yep, like Birdman.
Only
Yeah, like Bird, man.
hey, if only you knew how many other people is ready. Like, man, hey, like I say, man, I'm humble, and I'm appreciative of the spotlight, but I understand this is YouTube, and I made the decision to go on that show to be able to catapult and help everybody who invested in any of their time to that getting to know me.
Yeah, man.
So, but first I gotta charge the shit out these other platforms that don't know me from Adam and Spit. Charge their dog ass up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, man.
Then from there it's
Man,
like,
you need to go live on your page when your show is on Thursday night, man, so we can come to your page and politic with you while it's on live.
you know what's crazy is I tried to do that and it just didn't work out. Like last week, like my little contraption Superbox thing, like the show was airing, but the volume wasn't working. Go figure. So I guess it wasn't meant for me. It wasn't meant for me to do it. But and then another thing is that YouTube is kind of sitting on me still. Like they don't want me to grow. So they not sending my algorithms out. They not doing it. So I'll be live. It'll be 10, 15 people watching and I got 10,000 subscribers. Like that don't make no damn sense.
Damn. Man, you be doing your thumbnails?
Yeah. Are you advertising?
Yeah, I mean, I do a thumbnail picture. I don't draw up no fancy graphic picture. I don't do that. But I might pick a real picture or a relevant picture or something as a thumbnail.
Dirty weather. I'm gonna do a thumbnail for you. I'm gonna send it to you, man.
It's all gravy.
I'm gonna do it on. I got Canva, so I'm gonna do you. Yeah, I got you.
I have to admit there are times when I've clutched my purse, passing a big black ball man because I've had my purse snatched before by one. You done had your purse snatched, babe?
Skills from New Orleans. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, brother. For sure. 574 in the building.
In the
Sound like a
building.
conspiracy to me.
Hey, it does, don't it? Hey, you know some ancient Shaolin shit.
Damn, ancient Shaolin. Okay. That's hey man, that's kung fu fighting Saturday
Ancient
afternoon.
Shaolin secrets.
Yo, Moss,
Yep.
we got Dr. Rod watching.
Dr. Robinson's watching.
Rod.
Dr. Rod.
Yeah, we used to work with him. Remember that dude you came in early in the morning?
Oh, I came
Call
in.
him up. Tell
I
him,
came
come
into the I
on.
came into the office and scared Rod, boy. I was like, Rod,
Now he's in the audience just watching.
what's going on, Rod? How you doing, brother, man?
How
Man,
come we
hey
only see?
man.
How come we only see Drina's comments?
That's it.
Ain't no man. I don't think nobody else is I mean,
Well, skills.
Gil
I
from
see
New
his comment.
Orleans, and we have some other people that man, nobody's talking, man. Nobody's talking. They just listening to us. But, hey, I'll take that. Oh yeah. Tonight's drink, I'm drinking Basil Hayden toast.
Basil Hayden toast. And tonight I'm drinking Bumpy.
Oh, bumpy face. Woo!
Hey,
Wee.
look. You can go back to a live of mine 3 years ago, and guess what you're gonna see?
Bumpy face.
Bumpy.
Ooh, wee.
Still the one.
Man, I haven't drunk no bumpy face in so long. Oh
Hey,
my
hey,
god.
I be cracking Gardner up.
You're a wild boy, man.
Hey man, I got this gin.
Monk's. What's that? Monk's Road.
Monk's Road, Burrow Fin. They put this gin in bourbon barrels.
Really?
I
I've
got
never
some of
seen
that.
that, but I caught myself going up and down the ladder of gin, and I settled on the ones that I could stomach the most because I didn't drink from Hendrix, Bombay,
Yeah, I like
Beefeater.
Hendrix. I like Hendrix. I like this too. I got this Wiz Khalifa. This is
Ugh. Oh,
good.
ugh. That is the nastiest.
What?
That is the nastiest thing I've ever drank in my life.
Oh man, I like that, man.
Man, I did a review on that shit. Hey, look, the store made me buy it because they see me come in buying so much Seagram's Bumpy Face gin. They forced me to take this Wiz Khalifa. I didn't even know it was Wiz Khalifa's drink until I walked in a different liquor
Man, it's
store
good.
and seen
man,
the cutout of Wiz Khalifa down there taller than me holding one of them, and
Man,
I was
it's
like,
smooth. It's
no.
smooth. You like bumpy face over that?
You gonna put me in a seizure?
Oh man, bumpy face over the whiskle. Oh man.
Yes, confidently.
You can ready make me go. Damn, did I forget what bumpy? Nah, I ain't forget what no damn.
Hey, look, it's Bumpy Face. It's smooth. It's you, and you know what you gonna get.
Oh,
You know what you gonna
stomach
get.
ache. A stomach ache.
My boy said that. My boy just said that basil is the bomb.
Yeah, Basil Hayden toast, man. You gonna have to, man.
I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing about that. I can't say nothing about that.
You gonna have to
I ain't had that.
man.
I'm drinking
But
tea.
That Steve McQueen frog, hell no.
Man, I had a couple of chicks drunk and they said they like it.
Of course, but
it's
amazing how gin can taste different though. It's supposed to, like, everybody, gin make you sin and put you in the box, but them gins taste different. Like Hendrix tastes like you drinking rubbing alcohol.
See, I like Hendrix. I like my martinis made with Hendrix and throw that olive in there. Yeah, man.
I wish I could have the $40 a shot I paid for that shit.
Damn, $40.
Well, it was a double shot, but still, $20 a shot. What's that? It was a spot in Hollywood I went to, not Mr. Chow's, the other one. Matter of fact, I'm talking to y'all like.
Nah, see, my uncle live in Long Beach, but I ain't.
I seen a post. The dude said, "Look, man, when you come to California, stop calling your family in the Bay Area talking about pull up. You in San Diego, damn it. You can't just come down and pull
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's
Kelly
about
is this.
yeah, that's a drive. That's a drive. That's man. California's so long, man.
It is very long.
I was in the Bay and they was talking about driving to California. I looked at how long it was. I was like, nah, I ain't I'm not driving to LA. I'm gonna stay right here in the Bay, South San Francisco, where I'm at, chilling.
Mm-hmm. Skills from New Orleans. Is he on in your service?
He's new. That's
I've
why
never,
I appreciate you. 9 likes. I appreciate you. Skills from the NO. From the N. Oh, while I got you on here, I gotta ask you this before you get out of here, man. How you feel about what's going on in Memphis
In Memphis.
with 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 everything that's happened with
oh, them dudes.
yeah, the people that killed young Dolph and now the leader of another gang that's got killed, man. It's just Memphis is hot as a pistol grip right now.
I gotta say that I'm not as versed with Memphis right at this moment as I am with like Young Thug and shit.
Oh, okay, what's going on in ATL?
Yeah, like Memphis, I was never really a Dolph fan like that to where I paid attention and I seen the love that I seen the love. I see the way to describe Dolph to me is kind of like the way we would describe Nipsey Hussle to y'all. Like
I like Nipsey's music, but yeah, I can't really say I was a Nipsey fan.
yeah. So it's the same thing. But then when you listen to Dolph's music, you like, ooh, that shit kind of slapped though.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about some Nipsey Hussle songs I like, but some of them I can't get into. Skills from the NO said, "Does racial discrimination matter?" Is hell? I mean, yeah, it matters. Some Nipsey Hussle songs I like, but some of them. Basically, we came to the conclusion, skills, that there will always be discrimination. There's nothing. I mean, discrimination is it's a person's personal preference to treat people badly. And I don't think you can really change a person's personal preference on the people that they like or dislike. So I just think it's always gonna be there. I just be around people that don't discriminate.
I think it comes down to money. And if you find a group of, or a class of people that don't discriminate on you, that what you have or what you don't have, consider yourself lucky. Because everybody is judging everybody these days.
Everybody, everybody, right? And that's where and we said that earlier, skills. I mean, because black people discriminate against black people. You got white people that discriminate against white people. You got Indians. I mean, India. They got a caste system, so they most definitely discriminate against other Indians. I mean,
But you know what, those skills, we're only talking about the standpoint of us.
black people, yeah.
I kind of I'm no shade to anyone else, but I don't care about nobody else. I care about my people first. I mean that does, I don't think that makes me a bad person. It's just a you go through what you go through over there. I don't care. I mean, I'm being real. So whenever I'm on this show, I talk to the standpoint of us because I don't know what other races go through.
Yeah, I
I
can't
don't
speak on
live.
what nobody else
I
do.
can't wear their shoes, so I don't know what they deal with. I only do what I deal with. So that's how I keep it.
But it ain't going nowhere. It's like apple pie, man. Apple pie ain't going nowhere, and racism ain't going nowhere.
No,
Discrimination ain't going
it's
nowhere.
big business.
Hey, you know what? You know what, Gardner? I used to, like, I grew up in Sacramento. And in the ninth grade, my mama up and moved us to the mountains
Wow.
where I was the only black in the whole damn high school. It was a few light skins, but I'm talking about real Sacramento nigga from the hood. All of a sudden living in the mountains. And when my mom told me we moved to the mountains, I started thinking Andy Griffin, overalls with a fishing pole over my shoulder. Like I really thought like this is where we going to Mayberry for real. And it was close. And I promise you, like, I did not know racism until I finally was in a unfavorable environment, and then I got to experience it. Like I used to get drive by nigger, like
I think everybody didn't got that, man. Everybody didn't got that one, man.
like they
Nigga.
yeah, they used to tell me like they used to tell me the only good niggas are dead nigga. I heard that. And then here's another thing. This, like when I was talking about this shit is personal. Now I realize y'all just hit us, y'all just sparked a few. But listen, the first day we moved into this town of Portola, the first morning we opened up the window and there was a picture taped to the outside of the window that said "Original Boys in the Hood," and it was a Ku Klux Klan doing his salute, out taped outside the window. When we opened that curtain, me and my mom's boyfriend, because we went first, because they get in two apartments. He getting his, my mom getting hers, but I'm going with him first before mom's come. So soon the first morning we open that thing, boot, and see that. And we look at each other like, where the hell does my mama got us moving to? Like, for real.
Culture shock. And I mean, that's how it was for me when I mean, I was in the third grade, and we went from living in a predominantly black neighborhood to moving to an all white neighborhood. And like you said, you got some of that, but then there was some good people too. So
Yeah,
I mean,
there was some nightmare.
you got to take the good with the bad.
There's people that I met there that I'm still friends with now.
Right, exactly. I still got friends that I grew up. I mean, I'm a people person, man. I
You know
don't
what it did though to people like in the city where I'm back in Sacramento, hometown, of course, but people that tell me racism, racism, I look at them like, boy, you just don't even know like real race. Like you, boy, he just was tripping on you a little bit. But real racism is, I'm talking about the principal called my mama and said, if you do not come get him, because that's a different story. But my mom kind of kicked me out, and then I ended up living with my best friend out there for like a couple of months. But the trials and tribulations led to the principal from the high school calling my mama and telling him, if you do not come back to this town and get your son, they are going to kill him.
What the?
Hey, look, my mama came and got me. I'm like, Mama, why you here? I'm about to play All-Stars next week for baseball. Like, why are you here? And she told me what they had. She told me what they said, what they told her, and it was like I can't even argue that. Like they didn't send death threats. Like and I'm only 15. So
The
what the
other team was trying to stop you from
process?
playing that next week. The other team was trying to stop you from playing.
Man, look, I played against another team. This racism. The pitcher beamed me the first time it could have been because I hit a home run off of him the first time, but the next time I came up to bat, that motherfucker must have hit me so hard with that ball. And every time I got up, I was basically playing dodgeball.
Yeah, he was flinching.
No, it seemed like everything he threw was coming at me like he didn't care.
You smacked that homer off of him, man. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get my get back."
Man, look, I had a girl that was in the hallway. She was in this hallway painting this picture, and she acted like she liked me, right? And I was flirting with her, and I promise you, I ain't say too much of nothing out of pocket, and this bitch slapped me. I pushed her off like, bitch, what your problem is? Pushed her off, right?
Oh, she fell down and went to the principal's office.
I'm telling you, I was in my woodshop class, and this is racism for real. I got two more to follow this, so jump in. So I'm in my woodshop class. I see this bitch and her mama walking up to principal's office. They call me up in this motherfucker. They tell me this bitch about to press sexual harassment charges on you. This bitch got an apple-sized bruise on her titty. They really about to try to pull this shit on me. They checked the cameras and they see what happened, and they was like, yeah, we gonna they shot.
Like, how y'all, man, where this bruise come from? He didn't even hit you that hard. What I mean,
Then another time. And no, this is only the 10th grade. And this ain't even the whole 10th grade. Because I was in Sacramento. And then my mom moved me back to the mountains. So this is like the last 6 months. I point the gun at the guy. I did. I point the gun and told him make my day. And I'm thinking something about
he gave him. You gave him the Charles Bronson.
No, the
I
dirty
did.
Harry.
I did.
Oh,
I should have did it. I probably was drinking Budweiser with my white friends, but I should have did it.
You gave him the Clint.
I point the gun at Bo Kimbo and tell him make my day. He put his hands up and all that. So the next day I'm in class, woodshop class again.
Came
And I could see the people walk up. I see the police walking up to the principal's office. They called me to the principal's office. They say, yeah, the police want to talk to you. They say, so we hear you pointing the gun at Bo Kimball. I said, look, man, it was a cap gun. I took a gray cap, the brown cap gun and mixed it with the black one, and I got an all-black 38. That's what I did, and I threw it in the levee. The motherfuckers, police put me in the car and drove me to the levee. I said I threw that motherfucker in and had me down there in the water acting like I'm looking around. Really, I had a real 38 that I stole from a pawn shop.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm looking in the water and shit. The
I'm
police.
mad that they had you looking.
Yeah,
They were sitting up on the hill talking about, you see it yet? No, I don't see nothing.
No, motherfucker. It's in the bottom of the levee.
No, bottom line, they didn't get no gun. So remember, that's 2 trips. Now the third time I'm in the pawn shop, I'm in the wood shop, and my best friends, because remember, my mom didn't left me. So now I'm living with my best friend, my best white friend, and his sister got this girlfriend that comes over, and she told me, I could beat you. I could beat you up. I'm like, you're not about to beat me up. Like, why do you think you can beat me up? She was like, Curtis, I can take you. I'm like, you can take me.
I curse, I can take you.
No, she called me by my name. Curtis, I can take you.
Oh, okay.
She told me she gonna beat my ass in front of everybody. And I can't go for that. So I said, well, let's get down there. So we get in the middle of the living room floor and we get tussling. This is a cornbread white girl. Like, she kind of husky. She pins me and gets me in a camel clutch. Like, she had me in a fish hook with both of her fingers hooked in both sides of my lip, pulling me back. I was like, all right. Like, all right. Like, tapping out. Like, so I'm mad now.
She got upset. I like you.
I'm mad. So we like, well, fuck it, let's go again. Because I ain't going out like that. You're not about to beat me twice. That bitch pinned me in about 10 seconds and had me doing the same exact thing. All right. So now I'm ready to fight for real. I'm like, fuck the wrestling. Let's fight for real. Fuck this shit. Man, that bitch got me a third time. Like, I couldn't look, man. Homie the homie. Homie the homie. Like, I didn't know what type of shit she was using. I just know no matter what I did, I could not beat this white girl. So I didn't know. So I figured now it's on for life. So I'm talking shit. I'm telling my homie's sister like she don't fuck with you. I'm doing that dirty Mac shit. This white bitch come and call me out of class. Like, yeah, talk that shit now. You said she don't like me. She here right now. I'm like, man, go on with that shit. She's like, no, talk that shit now, because I beat your ass. You know I will, because she done already beat me before. So now she done brought this shit to school. Like, we was just horse playing. But now she done brought this shit to school in front of the whole ass class. Told me and they all white. She told me she gonna beat my ass like she beat my ass before, right? So we walking down the hallway because they done kicked us out. And I promise you, this shit was like a fucking movie. She said, you ain't nothing but a little nigger. And I ran down the hallway, locked up with her. I threw punches. Bing, bing, bing. All of a sudden, somehow in the midst of this, I'm like blacked out. Somehow in the midst of this, the fucking fire alarm goes off. I remember saying, get this bitch off me because she biting me. And when it was all said and done, I looked at my wrist one time. Look at this. You can't even see, or can you?
Damn, you still got the bite mark where she bit you?
See that knuckle? How that scar on that knuckle?
Hell yeah.
When I said, get this bitch off me, when I looked at my knuckle, I promise you, I only looked at my knuckle one time because that was all I needed to see. It was white meat. This bitch bit the dog shit out of me. She bit me to make sure that I remember her for the rest of my life.
Oh, man. Hey man, 30
Man,
man,
you a wild boy,
you
man.
wild as hell for
I
this.
want to know, first of all, how did it get dark so fast? It was just daylight.
I know, huh?
It's,
Cali, man,
I
when the
mean,
sun goes, man,
the
over the
sun just
horizon,
dropped.
it's gone.
Hey, look, man, I'm just glad I could entertain y'all for this long.
Oh
Hey
man.
man, come
Hey,
on,
cause
man.
you was about to end it, and I was like, nah, I got something for his ass.
Hear
I got
this,
something for his ass.
man, hear this dude go, man.
He knew it though. You knew it though. I'll give it to you.
I
You
knew
knew
it.
it.
I
I
told him, I
knew it.
said, man, watch. We gonna get ready to get off. As soon as we get off, somebody gonna jump in.
Yeah, man.
We gonna
Look,
keep
anybody
it
can
going.
jump in, but it got to be somebody that's gonna breathe some life into some shit.
Yeah, man. Come
Anybody
on,
can
man.
jump on. Look, man, you asked me why I don't go live on my shit, man. I done went live on my shit, and motherfuckers just come in. What's up? What's going on?
No, man,
What's going
man.
on?
If I got you on. I got you on now. I'm gonna come in there and talk, man. No, man.
Yes, I'm gonna be telling, man. Look, like the new people that's coming. This is what I did. I didn't change my name, my channel name. I went through a whole overall today. My name is Clydell on the 60 Days In
Yeah,
show.
yeah. I saw that. I saw that.
So therefore, all my platforms except for my Facebook is Clydell. Something to do with Clydell, because do you know a Clydell? Do you know a Clydell? So the first thing you Google when you say
I did.
Clydell is about to go straight to anything Clydell related to 60 Days In.
60
That's my
days
goal.
in.
I changed all my social media platform, my TikTok, my Instagram, my YouTube. Clydell.
So you should be blowing up now.
It's about to start with the
Yeah.
first video.
After this. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man.
The first video is gonna be me
We-
and Drina talking about this name Clydell, like where it came from.
Hey, man. We gonna talk about episode 3 of 60 Days In on Tuesday.
I
Let me
gotta
see.
catch
So,
up. I gotta
Huh?
catch up.
so it's airing this Thursday. So you said Tuesday. I be
Yeah,
in red.
Thursday. Tuesday we're gonna talk about Thursday night show.
You gotta advertise it. How you said you make a thumbnail?
Yeah.
Make a thumbnail advertising this guy from 60 Days In that you're gonna interview and have to your channel.
Bing, bing, bing.
Drive that shit.
Matter of fact, I'm about to pull it up now. I'm about to pull up episode 1.
It's called A Look Inside Pitt County, I think, season 0099. Or it's like season 8, episode 99. Things that make you laugh represent the past. Things
No,
that make you laugh, that don't even make sense.
that don't even make sense, Skills.
I laugh at things in the future that ain't even happened.
Yeah.
I laugh in the present. Things that
Yeah.
make you laugh represent the past. But it's a lot of stuff in my past that make me laugh. That's true too. But
I think he was I think maybe he was talking about the story you was telling about the white girl. I think that's when that's when he typed it.
Okay.
He typed
things
it.
that make yeah, man. I laugh at my past. I had a funny, eventful
Hey,
life.
if you can't
Funny.
laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at nobody.
Man, look, do you know that night I caught myself trying to play, but my baseball coach ain't never made me play catcher. So with a freshly mauled knuckle, that with a popsicle stick sticking straight out, this motherfucker made me play catcher. And hey, Gardner, you already know how this goes. The pitcher must have
I
threw a
know.
motherfucking curveball.
Oh,
The ball landed right here.
Man, the ball hit me smack dab in my shit. And I was crying. It was a girl that was stalking me. She was in the stands. I didn't even know. She started crying too.
that girl that kept pinning you, liked you, Dirty Weather. That girl that kept pinning you on the ground, she liked you.
You know what? I tried. I shot my shot later. Like shit, you kind of turned me on the way you beat me up a little bit. Shot my shot.
I got episode 1 pulled up. Welcome to Pitt County.
That's episode 1. The sneak peek.
Ready, set, nope. That's episode 2, and then Welcome to Jim Pop is 3. They only got Welcome to Pitt County on it.
Wait, ready?
One more.
There's 2. There's Welcome to Pitt County, and then there's
Ready, Set, Nope.
I think that's how long is it?
It's got 7 episodes up here right now.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Hold on.
Ready, Set, Nope might be a short or a trimmed down version about the white boy that tapped out.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, I just remembered. I got a blunt right here.
Wow.
A stogie too.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was talking about
We are past
Yeah, Dirty Weather. Skills was talking about your story. He said you told a funny story. Yeah, it was crazy.
And that's what I'm known. That's what I was known for, right?
That was hilarious.
That's what I was known for, like the ability to tell a story. And that was really nothing but something that we used to do inside, like to pass time.
Yeah, man.
If your story was boo-boo, like you might as well keep it to yourself. But if you know how to tell a story, it's all about entertainment, and you cannot be afraid to laugh at yourself. If you took an L, you took an L. She bit the shit out of me, and I hollered like a bitch. Shit, that's it. That's what it is.
Hey man,
I'm mad that she has you in the Cobra Clutch though. That's funny as
hell, man.
With the
man, we can make that shit an animated story, man.
Woo!
Damn, man.
He said the fish hooks.
Hey, look, the first time I told the story, somebody made some T-shirts called with Dirty Weather and Kim.
Oh, come on. Oh man, what the hell, man?
You can go on my channel and you can hear that story again. If y'all watching it, just put in Dirty Weather and put in the Kim.
Wow. Dirty Weather, man. You always come through with some stories, man.
Her name was Kim Shaver. That girl right there. Every time I look at my knuckle, like as you get older, you can see it now. See that? See that knuckle? See that scar right there?
Woo.
Like that shit was peeled back.
Man, I'm glad she had rabies.
And man. I bet you they didn't do nothing to her for biting the hell out your hand.
Hell no, that was a head of fate. Yeah. And listen, I'm fighting from the standpoint. I'm fighting from an underdog standpoint. Shit.
Hey man, damn man, this motherfucking chick must have been a bruiser, man. You must have been little then, man.
I was a little guy, definitely.
Oh, okay, yeah, man.
10th grade, I'm about 140 pounds, 145, 50.
Big country girl jumped on you, man.
Country. She was hefty.
She has you by at least 85 pounds.
Jumped on you, man, with them white summertime cowgirl boots.
Hey, but I beat the shit out of her ass in that hallway though. We ain't gonna get away from that. But Empire did strike back.
Oh man. Oh, man, you a wild dude, man. You a wild dude.
Hey man, you gonna let me go get a lighter? I ain't done. I'm trying to drive into your channel. Let's go. When I'm feeling it, let me get a lighter.
Oh man. What time is it, man?
It's 12, man. You know I gotta work in the morning. Hold on.
I didn't have to go far.
Shit, I got work in the morning too, but shit, I'll be up for it, man. I'll stay on for it. Yeah, man.
Hey, look, sometimes you ask why I don't go on my channel. Because everybody knows me there. Everybody knows me on my channel. But guess what? I'm about to go live now.
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. This has been an entertaining power hour.
Nah, I'm about to jump on there with you, man.
Oh well, shit, it's all good. Well, let me do my thizel.
Yeah, well, I'll be over in a minute. I'm about to end this show. And we're gonna come. Yeah, we're gonna come over. We're gonna come over on your live, man, for a few minutes.
It's all good. All right, I'll let you go.
I'll holler in a few minutes.
Peace, brother.
Yeah, man. Everybody out there, that was the homie Dirty Weather. He drops in from time to time. That's the homeboy from Cali. You know, we don't discriminate against nobody. That's the homie. He went through some things. He came out on the other side a better person, and that's all that matters. And he's always welcome to come over with us. I've been knowing Dirty Weather probably about 8 months. I met him through Black Money and Drina. And yeah, man. Stand up dude, always cool, never had no bad words, always words of encouragement. I think I had about 40 or 50 subscribers, and me and him, we talked for about 2 hours, and he was just telling me about my page, and he was like, "Nah, man, you good." He's like, "You cool, man." He was like, "You dress nice, and you dress nice, man, and you ain't talking about no sucker shit, man. Just keep on." So
Yo, could you drop his channel?
yeah, Dirty Weather 619. Hold on, I'm about to drop. I'm about to pull him up.
Because he's about
Yeah,
to go live in a few, right?
yeah, he's about to go live. Hold on, I'm gonna drop his link. Yeah, man, that's the homie. And I was kicking it. I've been kicking it with I've been kicking it with Black Money for about a year.
I haven't seen Black Money in a while.
He was on a couple days ago.
No, I'm talking about on our live.
I met Black. I was kicking it with Black Money. Then I met Miss Drina, and Drina's real cool. Drina was, man. We were supposed to do a little, man. I was trying to get Drina to come on here to do a show with us, but it didn't come to fruition. But yeah, so I met Drina. Drina was cool. She was like, "Oh, you a cool little dude. I'm gonna introduce you to my her boyfriend." And then Dirty Weather, man, like I said, we've been cool since day one, man. When I didn't have no subscribers, Dirty Weather was like, "Nah, man, keep doing it. Man, you're gonna be all right." So when I met Dirty Weather, I was at like 50, and now I'm at 324. So yeah. And now that he told me how long it took him to get, I think growth. I'm on, man, yeah, man. I'm on fast track. I'm trying to get on the fast track to growth. I'm trying to grow. Tonight was the best show we've ever had. And that's thanks to, your weekend gardener. He's been doing a whole lot of networking, hitting people up, going on people's lives. Whatever the case, we hit the algorithm tonight. So yeah, it was a good show. We appreciate everybody that came through and offered their introspective into discrimination and how it has affected them. We had a couple people come through and tell some of the stories of discrimination that they went through. We had Dirty Weather come on the show and give his commentary about his show. Go check him out, Dirty Weather 916. He is currently on 60 Days In. It comes on A&E on Thursday nights. Episode 3 will be coming on Thursday. We're going to watch the episode 3, and then next Tuesday we're going to have a discussion about what Dirty Weather did on episode 3. And
Hey, I'm sorry, I got a question. Is that his channel link, or is that the channel link to 60 Days In?
no, that's him.
Oh, I thought it was six.
No, that's what
619.
he renamed. He renamed his channel.
I thought it was Dirty Weather 619.
He renamed it. 60 Days In, season 8.
Oh, that's his channel now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he changed his name. It was Dirty Weather 916. Like he said, he changed it. Took Dirty Weather off. He's going by Clydell, but yeah. Hey, Skills, man. Yeah, man. Add me up, man. Support your brother, man. Come through anytime. We do this on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll be back on Thursday. It's a different show, Mass Appeal Live, but we'll be on there talking same topics. We do what we do. We talk how we talk. We're educated Black men that have a different perspective on different things. The way we think may not be politically correct. It may not be status quo. It may not be what's popular. But that's why we get on here and talk. We're two Aries.
Yeah.
That's what Aries do. We talk, we don't fold, and yeah, we're going to give our perspective. Hey man, we appreciate you coming, man. We really do. Really do. But as usual, we say we're gonna come on for 2 hours, and right at 1 hour and 59 minutes, somebody jumps in. If it's somebody we want to talk to, we'll keep it going. In Dirty Weather, he is always welcome on here. He always comes through with a live perspective on what we might have been talking about. Comes through, kicks his stuff, talks about what he's doing. We allow him to do that. Yeah, so go check Dirty Weather out. He just went live. Show his page now. It's Dirty Weather, but his page now is 60 Days In, Season 8. If you put 60 Days In, Season 8 in the YouTube search line, he'll come up. But I put his link in the chat. So if you come back and view this chat on the replay, come to about 3 hours and 15 minutes, 30 seconds, and Dirty Weather's link will be up there. But this was another show by two Aries. I'm gonna let Murph get this last word in, then we're gonna close this bad boy.
Yeah, my life. You know what? I like to thank everybody who watched, everyone who made comments. Really appreciate it. Appreciate you spending time with us on a Tuesday night when you could be doing something else. See you on the next show.
And yeah, this was by far our best show. Topped out at one point, we had 1,300 viewers. I don't know. We hit the algorithm. Hey, we didn't have too much interaction, but hey, you got 500. You got more than 1,000 people watching. You may ask, hey, what you got to say about that? Your weekend gardener.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's all
It's
good.
all gravy. It's all gravy. So it's all about growth. We all trying to grow our channels to get to 1,000 subscribers, which they did say it's gone to 500. Your boys at 324 on the road to 400. Hopefully, I'll be at 500 by the end of the year. That's what I'm hoping. Because yeah, your boy's trying to monetize his page and have fun. To us, this is fun. We enjoy getting on here and talking to people, and getting y'all's perspective on how we think. But with that being said, it's your boy Mass Peel. That's the homie YWG. We'll talk to y'all Thursday. Peace.